Chapter 1: The Dead Pit. The rain continued for 1 day and 1 night straight. Outside, in the military's dead pit, an arm suddenly stuck out. The night patrol got so scared he dropped his lantern and scurried back to the outpost to report to the commander. The commander and the night patrol went together, scimitar and lantern in hand, leaving the outpost to carefully survey what he saw. The two of them look out, only to see in the pouring rain, a silhouette silently sitting amidst the corpses. The commander lifts his lantern for a wider view, revealing the silhouette to be a soldier, wearing tattered leather armor, leaning on a stack of skulls, his back turned to them. The commander tightly grips his blade and asks in a low voice, "Who's there?" From the pouring rain, only a faint sound returns, "I'm from the Vanguard Legion, right now I'm too heavily injured, unable to move." Unable to move? The commander's expression slightly relaxes, lowering his blade and walks forward. "Oh, so you're a brother from the Vanguard. Come, let me help you." "Thank you." "You're welcome, die." The blade slash separates the rain, gleaming a cold silver color, cutting straight at the soldier's neck. The commander's slash is incredibly sharp, as well as being exactly timed, cleanly hacking off the soldier's head, sending it rolling straight back down the dead pit. One slash, no more nuisance. The commander smirks and sheathes his blade, but immediately his face shifts. "Sure." A silhouette jumps from the soldier's feet amongst the dead bodies, a cold silver gleam in his hand slashes through the commander's arm. The arm, as well as the blade, all got cut clean and flew off. A splash of blood shoots out from where the cut is, but is quickly drowned out by the screaming night rain and wind. An intense pain rushes through his head. The commander's face shows disbelief. In his eyes, reflect a silhouette descending from a jump. A saber gradually grows bigger inside that reflection. A single second later, the saber stabs straight into his eye socket. The intense pain only lasted for moments, afterwards is nothing but blackness. A few breaths later, the young man pulls his saber from the commander's eye socket. The commander's corpse falls back, plopping straight into the muddy water behind. The young man keeps his grip on the saber, standing still. The night rain keeps pouring, wiping the mud from the young man's face, revealing a pair of shining pupils. Suddenly, his eyes become sharp. Right at his feet, the commander's stomach inflates, letting out a strange gurgling sound from inside. The young man takes a deep breath, both hands on his saber, stabbing straight into the commander's now bloated stomach. A shriek that cannot have come from a human resounds. A black mist suddenly burst from the commander's stomach, the inside clearly violent, like something is desperately trying to escape. Then, the commander's stomach rips open, a dry, thin, black claw reaches out. Before the horrid demonic claw could even attempt anything, the young man already starts to intensely twist his saber handle. "Die." Only one word. The writhing corpse suddenly stopped dead, the demonic claw also drops, no longer moving. Everything is silent again. A stinky black blood begins to leak from under the commander's corpse. Seeing that black blood, the young man finally breathes out slightly, withdrawing his saber. He looks down at the creepy corpse, mumbling to himself at a low voice. "Such a strange scenario, I wonder what the reward could be." The young man, seeming to hold a bit of anticipation, shouts in a low voice, "System." 1 breath, 2 breaths, 3 breath. Time slowly passes, but nothing happens. In the dark night, only the sound of unending rain and wind persists. The young man, seeming a bit surprised, turned his head, looking back and forth from the scene. Behind him is the dead pit, under his feet is the demon's corpse. Not far from there, a single militia is scared shitless, even his lips are trembling. "Strange," the young man mutters, "the quest isn't cleared?" The system is still silent, meaning the quest isn't cleared. The young man looks at the militia, suddenly feeling like there must something that he missed. The young man thinks hard, trying his best to move forward, but then almost fell down. Right then, he had to concentrate on killing the demon so he didn't notice, but now that he could relax himself, he found his whole body hurting, like having been stabbed with 1,000 needles. His legs feel like lead, every step he takes would drain him of all his energy. This can't be right. When the apocalypse came, He clearly used all his power to kill the last demon lord, but instead of getting ejected from the game, he now carried this body full of pain, dropped into this place who knows where. Where is this place exactly? The young man squints, slowly drags himself closer to the militia and proceeds with a salute. Proud Steed Squad, Gu Chung-shan reporting for duty. You killed the commander, the militia trembles. He was not human, Gu Chung-shan replies while evaluating the militia. He is wearing an old-type leather armor, this type of armor that doesn't even have a device to receive spirit energy. Even the most hated squad in the military wouldn't use this old antique toy. Gu Chung-shan looks again at himself, only to see the same type of antique toy. All of his original equipment are all gone. This is strange. The militia leans slightly closer to the dead pit. The commander's deformed corpse is still sitting in the mud. The militia hesitates, but when you killed him, how did you know he wasn't human? Gu Chung-shan shrugs. I was only being careful, he attacked first. Gu Chung-shan went back, dragged the commander's corpse straight in front of the militia's face for him to see. Look, this is a skin-shedding blood demon. Gu Chung-shan used his saber to reveal inside the commander's stomach, to see a monster with a scary face, body black all over, and strange vertical pupils. Seeing the monster's corpse with his own eyes, the militia is even more shaken. Remembering his comrades that have been strangely dying one by one for the last few days, he felt sheer cold down his spine, finally holding gratitude for the young man in front of him. The militia calms himself down and asks, You said you were called Gu Chung-shan? Yes. From Proud Steed Squad? Yes. Your badge? Gu Chung-shan takes out his badge, checks for himself, then throw it to the militia to check. This badge is much heavier than he remembered. With the current level of smithing, a simple identification badge can be as light as a sheet of paper. Why does the badge he had on himself weigh so much, almost a kilo? The young man becomes even more confused. The militia takes the badge and check carefully. On it inscribed 6 words, Proud Steed Squad Gu Chung-shan, looking full of life. The badge is real. The militia breaths out, no longer nervousness on his face, only a lot of fatigue. Finally a living person. Come, we can't stay long outside, come with me into the outpost. What he's saying is true. Gu Chung-shan lightly brushes his chin and replies, yes. The militia returns his badge, turns around to go back into the outpost. Gu Chung-shan receives the badge, carefully looks at it again. This badge isn't just heavy, it is also entirely made of bronze alloy. The outside only have a few words inscribed, with terrible workmanship that's hard to look at, clearly the obsolete kind. The obsolete kind. Gu Chung-shan suddenly thinks of something, a fearful thought crosses his mind. He immediately looks up, his sights set on the militia in front. Old-type leather armor. The answer is so inconceivable that Gu Chung-shan couldn't keep himself from asking, Brother, what year it is right now? The militia looks back, slightly confused with his question. Of course it's the last peaceful year. Gu Chung-shan is baffled. Suddenly, information streams as thick as a waterfall flows in front of his eyes, creating a clear blue, tide-like filter. Click. A cold mechanical voice. The current time is confirmed to be the last peaceful years. Time flow is stable, confirmed to have escaped from space-time vortex. Conclusion, successfully escaped from the apocalypse. Identity re-established, current identity, human, Vanguard Legion, Proud Steed Squad soldier. The system is finally active again, but Gu Chung-shan doesn't feel happy at all, only absolute disbelief. Why is it the last peaceful year? The game hasn't even started in this time period. This period is supposed to just be a setting of the game, bygone history. Humans from reality haven't even officially entered this horror game of a different world yet. When the first people started playing the game, it was already a whole year later. Could it be I've returned to before the game starts? But then what about the real world? Could I also have returned back in time in the real world? Gu Chung-shan's heart starts pounding uncontrollably. He immediately looks around. In front, the militia is quite far away, already inside the outpost gates. Besides the gates, spirit energy from the invisibility formation faintly drifts out. Looking past the outpost to afar, in the middle of the desolate countryside, you can almost see a gigantic silhouette amidst the rain, flickering in and out of sight. Gu Qingshan slowly lifts his arm and bites into it. 2 lines of teeth marks clearly shows up on where he bit into, even a bit of blood drips out. It hurts. It's not a dream. Gu Qingshan stood still like a statue, unmoving in the intense rain, not minding the chilling rainwater soaking his body. Notes. System. A younger genre in Chinese web novels, the term refers to a person-bound support system that basically only the MC possess, giving them an advantage over everybody else even if their starting point is low simply due to how Deus Ex Machina it sometimes is. MC needs a certain pill/scripture to advance to the next level in their cultivation. It'll give it to them either free or through a series of hoops that are there for plot purposes. Yao Lao from Battle Through the Heavens is one example of a system, albeit not for a long time. Vanguard Legion. This isn't an actual name but rather a position for a legion. Basically they're the first group that will enter battle in the war. Invisibility formation. Formations in general are a main piece in many Xianxia and even wuxia novels. They are a Taoist concept that feng shui originates from, basically the process of harnessing natural power for one's personal use. However, formations have evolved over time and now generally refers to the art of arranging power items that inherently have power, in certain ways to achieve whatever effects the user want. Formations in novels are generally hard to grasp or use due to requiring a lot of calculations and setup. Chapter 2, The Apocalypse. With a fire lit, the cold, damp militia room starts to have a bit of warmth. His saber stuck on the ground beside himself, Gu Qingshan wrapped his arm with a bandage, leaned on the wall and sat down on the ground. The militia introduced himself as Zhao Lu just now brought over a pot full of water, put it over the fire and closed the lid. Zhao Lu searched himself for a small decorated box, gave it to Gu Qingshan and spoke. Lucky that you're here, otherwise I would have died to that monster as well. This is? Gu Qingshan received the box and asked. Zhao Lu replied, the outpost's last 2 healing pills. Gu Qingshan asked back, why didn't you keep them for yourself to use? Zhao Lu shakes his head, I'm not a cultivator, can't use them. Gu Qingshan opened the box to see inside there really were 2 pills. Taking one in his hand, Gu Qingshan carefully examined the pill. The condition of the pill is still perfect for use, even the thin layer of sap covering the pill isn't damaged. The light green pill gives off a faint scent of herbs, calming anyone that smells it. This is a healing pill. Healing pills are the lowest tier of HP recovery items. In the past, Gu Qingshan wouldn't even look twice at them, but now that he's back in the past, his previous cultivation gone without a trace, and a body full of wounds, these 2 pills are the most precious treasures that one can find. Gu Qingshan can't help but ask, the whole outpost only have these 2 healing pills left? Zhao Lu sighs and replies, yes, after everyone died, the supply chain got cut, so not only medicines and pills, but other kinds of supplies are running low as well. Gu Qingshan became silent for a bit, then thought of something. Does the outpost have any more spirit stones? Zhao Lu curtly, none. Then we're doomed. Gu Qingshan sighs. Zhao Lu hurriedly, what's the matter? Gu Qingshan answers, the outpost's invisibility formation is already very weak. Without spirit stones to replenish the power, it will soon disappear. Zhao Lu was visibly shaken, immediately stand up and made a mad dash outside. If the invisibility formation disappears, all sorts of demons and monsters can immediately find this outpost. When that happens, the chance of survival will be no more. No wonder a few days ago, before leaving, the 2 captains' eyes had the look devoid of all hope. Gu Qingshan looked at where the man dashed out, waited for some breaths, then heard a faint woo sound from outside. That sound signals that new spirit stones had been replaced and the formation is restarting once again. So Zhao Lu did hide some spirit stones for himself. In this world, every person is very real, with blood and flesh. If you see them as nothing but stupid pre-programmed NPCs, you'll lose out on a lot more than you gain. From way long ago, Gu Qingshan already know of this fact. Not long after, Jiaolu drags his feet back to the room, slowly sit down with his back against the wall, holds his face and starts crying. Gu Qingshan, what are you crying about? Jiaolu, this time all the spirit stones are really used up. When the formation runs out of power again, we'll really be killed by the monsters out there. Gu Qingshan sits quiet for a bit, scrape off the sap from the healing pill, swallow it and start trying to feel the spirit energy inside himself. At first, he was still a bit nervous, not knowing if he can actually feel his own spirit energy. But everything turns out quite well. The spirit energy from his dantian immediately answer his call, mixes, and absorb the pill, transferring it all around his body. Gu Qingshan feels his whole body warm up, the wounds on his body starts to become slightly itchy all over. Meaning they're starting to close up already. Feeling the pill is fully absorbed, when Gu Qingshan once again opens his eyes, it was already past midnight. Gu Qingshan stands up to find his body in much better shape than before. Most wounds are closed up and already forming a layer. Jiaolu is still sitting right there, his head bobbing side to side from lack of sleep. When seeing Gu Qingshan woken up, he looks in anticipation and asks, "How are you? Your body is already better, right? Can you take me to get away from here as well?" That last part of his question is probably his real inner voice. If not for that, he most likely wouldn't even take out the healing pills. Gu Qingshan answers matter-of-factly, "Much better, but if I want to make a full recover, it'll take a few more days." "Then you keep resting." Jiaolu dejectedly stands up, turning to leave. After Jiaolu left, Gu Qingshan sits alone on the ground, contemplating. In his original time period, the demons and monsters from the game have already entered reality and destroyed human civilization. The rest of humanity could only live on their dying breaths, unable to do anything as the apocalypse came and went. Everything was at a dead end. Now in hindsight, right as the game released, there were already clues of strange happenings. Back then, every single country was trying like mad to popularize the game. Food, money, beauty, power, everything can be given to you, as long as you are strong enough in the game. Everywhere in the world, there are strange things happening, but all of them were easily covered up by the top brass of humanity, while the populace knew nothing. It was only when the first ever weapon was brought from the game into reality, that the populace finally found out that it wasn't a game, but a complete, real, and living, other world. Everyone scurried like mad to get into the game. But the demons and monsters in game were truly terrible, enough to make people become hopeless. Even though hundreds of millions of people all joined the game, helping the people of the other world fight against the demons, but in every single strategically deciding operation, humanity kept losing, and losing, and losing. Right down to the final operation, when the game released a server-wide notice, that when this operation failed, demonkind would then fully occupy the other world, using that as a springboard to move on to invade reality. And reality would also be devastated by the demons. Of course, reality went absolutely mad again. Every person aged 5 and above were mandated to create an account in the game. As propaganda, they said that even if you're the weakest of the weak, without any real power, you can still use your own bodies as shields to block on strike for the main fighting power legion. But even in that final operation, humanity still failed. Only Gu Qingshan, who headed his nation's strongest guild, was able to complete the missions put out by the system, successfully cleared a path straight to the final demon lord. When all of his comrades had died, Gu Qingshan finally knocked the final demon lord down his throne of flesh and bones, seeing the chance of killing this final boss right before his face. Right then, the heavy sound of the system voice resounded twice. Humanity's final ascendant has fallen, humanity's final fortress has been breached, Operation Final Verdict, humanity had lost. The game had ended, the protective barrier is broken, reality's destruction begins. Boom! A huge explosion resounded, everybody was forcefully logged off from the game, not being able to do anything but watch as the end of the world comes. Taking the small time when he still isn't forcefully logged off, Gu Qingshan raised his weapon, put all his might into stabbing the final demon lord right where his heart is. Not being able to see the result, Gu Qingshan then only felt his sight blackened, forcefully ejected from the game. But he didn't leave the apocalypse to go back to reality. but instead lost all his senses. Faintly, Gu Qingshan could hear a mechanical voice speaking. Player Gu Qingshan finished off the final Demon Lord for helping the despaired world that fell into the abyss. Leave a final spark, special final reward received. Gu Qingshan could only feel that he had an extra something in his hand, but became senseless afterwards. When he finally reawakened, he was already inside the military dead pit. Remembering up to there, Gu Qingshan shakes his head, breaths out in regret. It's weird, the game was out for a whole of 10 years, right until the end. He never heard about any final rewards existing. So curious to know what it is. Wait a minute, that's not right. Gu Qingshan suddenly remembered a crucial detail. Right when he awoke from the dead pit, he was holding something in his hand. This saber. Gu Qingshan looks back down. The saber is still there, stabbed on the ground next to him. A gold-color saber, with the blade not having any extraneous details or decoration, only a well-sharpened edge. When Gu Qingshan looks at it carefully, he can actually see a bit of faint gold color light on the blade. As Gu Qingshan tries to recall more and more, his heartbeat also starts to quicken. Before he killed the commander, this sword was already in his hand. Not knowing why, he only felt that the sword fit his hand extremely well, so he didn't bother to search the dead pit for any other weapons. Did this sword originally from the dead pit, or did it come with him from that fight? Gu Qingshan holds the saber, hesitate for a long time, before finally pouring spirit energy from his dantian into the weapon. Right when spirit energy touched it, the gold color light from the sword intensified and expanded into a huge area painted gold. A strangely sense of dignity and mourning emits from the gold saber. Illegal entry successful, begin activation. A cold and mechanical voice starts. Not knowing if he's just imagining it, Gu Qingshan feels that this cold system voice he's heard so many times, in fact, hold a bit of uncontrollable excitement. After only a minute, the gold saber in Gu Qingshan's hand explodes into countless golden sprites. Each of them floating in the air for just a bit, circling around Gu Qingshan twice, then all rush straight in between his eyebrows. Gu Qingshan only hear a deafening exploding sound, his thoughts see completely empty, his body at a dead standstill, unable to move. A while passed, the cold mechanical voice spoke with a tired tone. Activation successful, War God UI, user interface, turned on. Notes. Dantian, a fictional area around the stomach area that is used primarily to hold energy from. Cultivation. A main piece of any cultivation novels. Fatsi, a sub-piece of many cultivation novels, a fictional space in between your eyebrows that primarily deals with thought. Depending on the novel, it would either power the process of thought, accelerating thought, finesse control, etc., or influence the outside world through pure thought, telekinesis, sixth sense, etc. Chapter 3, War God. In Gu Qingshan's sight, the bluish UI that appeared isn't that different from before, the only difference being the list of buttons that appear below the UI. These buttons are as dark as black holes, occasionally emitting some thin black mist. A line of neon blue text appears right above the buttons. Successfully turned on War God UI. At this moment you can turn on the first feature for free. Would you like to turn it on? Yes. Right as Gu Qingshan confirms his choice, in the list of black hole buttons, the first cleared up and shows its name. War God Skills? Gu Qingshan took a look at the button's name, then immediately read through its description. A bit later, Gu Qingshan walks towards the shelf of weapons in the corner, looking through the weapons remaining on it. A rusty spear, a damaged curved sword, a military bow covered in dust. Sadly, there were no swords. In the game, the amount of players who choose to become a sword cultivator numbers at least in the millions, but Gu Qingshan himself was among the top 10 on the worldwide ranking, a great sword saint. TN, not greatsword. He was part of the elite, the strongest players. Other than that, Gu Qingshan was also the commanding officer of all guild operations. Normally, he would deal with every little thing there is. After the war operations broke out, he didn't even have a single minute of free time. Even in reality, he was frequently summoned by nation officials, constantly have to discuss strategies and plans with other nations' guilds, literally a one-man management center. There were so many elite players who grieved for Gu Qingshan, saying that he had to waste his time concentrating on too many aspects, otherwise his sword skills wouldn't just be top 10, that he'd be capable of getting to the very top itself. Seeing the weapon shelf have no swords, Gu Qingshan can only regretfully shake his head, picking up the curved sword. From the War God UI, a message popped up. Military use curved sword, damaged, used skills include. Number 1, one sweep 1,000 enemies, user, Wang Jin. No. 2, cut the gate, split the mountain, user, Zhang Qua. To master both scimitar skills, soul point cost, 1. This information is so shocking that even Gu Qingshan was struck speechless for a while. Immediately master martial skills, so this is War God skills? This is only the War God UI's first function, the other functions are all blacked out at the moment, unable to be used. But this is already more than enough. If he can get whatever skills he can touch, then there isn't any skills that can be called secret to him, is there? Gu Qingshan breaths in, to calm himself down first, then try to ask, what are soul points? Right away, a small line of text appears on the UI. You can get soul points from defeating any creatures. You defeated one skin-shedding blood demon, received 4 soul points, current soul points, 4 out of 5. Killing a single skin-shedding blood demon got him 4 soul points. Of course, skin-shedding blood demons don't count as common demons, they're much stronger than regular demons and low-rank cultivators, not to mention being extremely good at hiding and assassination. Luckily Gu Qingshan took the right chance to reverse assassinate the commander, also killing this demon in the process. Otherwise, at the time when Gu Qingshan had no spirit energy, if the outcome wasn't decided quickly, the one that died wouldn't have been the skin-shedding blood demon. Gu Qingshan lightly nods, so apparently, it's like that, but his current soul point is 4 out of 5, meaning that the maximum amount he can carry is only 5? That's a bit too little. Just when he thought that, more text appears on the UI. The higher your cultivation, the higher your maximum soul point count will be. Soul points and cultivation are linked together? Gu Qingshan suddenly felt an urge to look at his own level, finally noticing the 4 easily seen large letters on top, Chi Training Level 1. This is everyone's starting level when they enter the other world, his level from the previous life is already gone. Gu Qingshan can only sigh, silently put the curved sword back, pulling out the rusty spear. On the spear, there is only a single basic thrusting skill. Shaking his head, dropping the spear, Gu Qingshan finally picks up the military bow. Military bow, used skills include. Number 1, stable, user, Zhan Wu. Number 2, rapid fire, user, Zhan Wu. Number 3, precision, user, Zhan Wu. Number 4, swallows fly twice, user, Zhan Wu. To comprehend stable, rapid fire, soul point cost, 2. To comprehend precision, soul point cost, 4. To comprehend swallows fly twice, soul point cost, 6. From current memory information, Zhang Wu should be this outpost's general, his expertise being the scimitar and the bow, but during the last defensive battle, he died at the hands of a blood drinker demon. Gu Qingshan took a look at the 4 skills, slightly concentrating on double swallows fly. This skill alone takes a whole 6 soul points to master, already more than the maximum amount that Gu Qingshan can carry. Ha, only Chi Training Stage 1, seems like I'll really have to cultivate again from the start. Let's aim to quickly increase my maximum soul point. Gu Qingshan can't help but shakes his head. Chi Training Stage 1, this is the lowest, as well as the first stage of all cultivators. After Chi Training, there's also Foundation Establishment, Golden Core, Rejuvenation, Ascension, and other stages, but that can be left for later. One good news is that a player's cultivation can be brought to reality. Chi Training Stage 1 means that you can already feel and use spirit energy. If he really did go back in time with the current status quo, even if all his equipment is lost, all his skills are gone, Gu Qingshan is still 10,000% willing. Because there was so much regrets and laments in his life, every night that he wakes up, Gu Qingshan can only silently lick the wounds buried deep inside himself, the wounds that just can't be closed. If he can really do it all over. Gu Qingshan shakes his head, regains control of his emotions, grips the bow and starts thinking. Right now to keep on living is most important. At Qi training stage 1, even running away from demons is a tall order. Sword, scimitar, spear, all of them require close combat, but this body is already riddled with unhealed wounds, his cultivation is the lowest of the low, and by himself, how can he actually manage to wrestle for his life against demons? Against demons, even the slightest bit of distraction can mean death. I'm no longer the sword saint from the previous life, and definitely not the legend who commands both attack and defense of a whole country like before. Right now in the outpost, there's only himself and another soldier. That soldier is only a normal human being who isn't even a cultivator. With Gu Qingshan's current cultivation, it's extremely hard to overturn the situation. This outpost's invisibility formation also won't hold out for long. At most 2 to 3 days, the formation will run out of spirit energy and stop. If the invisibility formation stops, all sorts of demons and monsters will definitely come crawling. Gu Qingshan suddenly realizes just how dire his situation is. Seems like he'll have to give up on close combat, for now, change to using long-range attacks, taking advantage of the invisibility formation of the outpost to quickly raise his character level. His thoughts clear, Gu Qingshan makes a decision. I choose to comprehend stable, rapid fire. For just a moment, a warm water-like feeling flows from the military bow to Gu Qingshan, travels a whole cycle inside his body, finally nest and scatter in his thought sea. Gu Qingshan is shocked for a minute, then suddenly lift the bow, setting an arrow in and fire straight away. Took. The arrow digs deeply into the wooden support beam of the building. Gu Qingshan's hand doesn't stop, arrow after arrow like streaks of light leaving the bow. Took. 12 arrows shot one after another, Gu Qingshan's arm holding the bow as still as before, not moving an inch from where it was. This is stable together with rapid fire, Gu Qingshan's blood can't help but boil a little bit from excitement. War God skills is very potent. As long as there is enough soul points, I'm immediately able to comprehend any skills that a weapon once used. If it's like this, what skills are there in the world that is out of my reach? Chapter 4, Infiltration. While Gu Qingshan was lost in thought, he felt his body suddenly slightly shivering in pain. Looking down, he could see all the white bandaged parts all over his body leaking a bit of red. Right, he's still recovering, his wounds not yet fully healed, using that much force of course would make them reopen. Gu Qingshan put the military bow back down, looked for a marching bed nearby to lie down and rest. You can't rush, everything must be done as steadily as possible. Gu Qingshan took out the second remaining healing pill and proceeded to swallow it without hesitation. He closes his eyes, start to silently circulate his spirit energy to absorb the pill. A night passes without any incidents. At dawn, the downpour becomes even worse. The climate outside is already beginning to become colder. From the rainwater you can almost feel the frost seeping into the land. In just a few dozen more days, winter will come. Inside the outpost, Gu Qingshan was awoken by the cold. He stood up, stretching his body to find that his wounds are already closed up enough to move around again. Military-grade healing pills really aren't just for show, the potency is top-notch. Just a few minutes after, a knock on the door was opened. Zhao Lu once again carry a pot, carefully bringing it in. Gu Qingshan looks at the slightly smoking pot, smelling the faint scent of porridge inside. He asks, how much food is left? Zhao Lu sighs, only enough left for a day and a half. As he answered, his eyes also took a glance at Gu Qingshan's inventory bag. Gu Qingshan noticed, but doesn't say anything. When he returned, his inventory also became as empty as everything else. Gu Qingshan took a bowl of porridge in hand. Both of them silently had their breakfast. Your wounds, how is it? Zhao Lu asks again, eyes carrying a bit of hopefulness. Better, Gu Qingshan stretches and nonchalantly asks, "Hey Zhao, which squad were you in? Which position?" Zhao Lu reluctantly smiles and answers, "I'm from Fireplace Squad, and in a normal day I can make food for hundreds no problem." Oh, so he was originally a kitchen staff. No wonder he could make even a bowl of bland porridge taste good. In this despair scenario, without Gu Qingshan, a normal person like Zhao Lu only have a single fate of death waiting for him. But Zhao Lu doesn't know, Gu Qingshan himself is only a Qi training stage 1 newbie. If he runs into a squad of demons, Gu Qingshan will also only end up dying. Gu Qingshan silently thinks, glancing at the hourglass on his UI. There's not much sand left inside the hourglass, it'll run out any minute now. Players can stay in this other world for a whole day and only an hour will have passed in reality. Qi training stage 1 players have to return to reality when this time ends, waiting for an entire day before they can come back here. Right now Gu Qingshan really want to know, what year is it in reality? Having eaten half their breakfast, both of them suddenly stop their hands. "Brother Gu, seems like there's some commotion outside." Zhao Lu slightly shrinks his body, letting out a squeaky voice. "I'll go take a look," Gu Qingshan replies, takes the military bow and heads outside. The hourglass seems to only have about 10 minutes left, hope there won't be anything too big. As Gu Qingshan leaves the room, he readies an arrow on his bow, slightly squints to check all sides. His eyes quickly dart around all the building, not leaving a single corner untouched. That said, the outpost have an invisibility formation in place, so demons aren't going to get in here too easily. So what is happening really? Scratch, 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 that sound again. This direction, it's the outpost's gates. Gu Qingshan sticks close to the wall, silently moves to the gates. A huge demon beast, as large as 2 adults, shows up in Gu Qingshan's sight. The demon beast is wagging its tail, standing on the edge of the dead pit, carefully looking around. Even though the non-stop rain helps wash it away, the putrid smell of the dead pit still draws in demon beasts like this. Gu Qingshan hides in the shadow of the roof, raises his bow and slowly pulls back the string. He knows this monster. This is a low-level demon beast, even if it looks a bit clumsy. If it starts going crazy, its running and biting attacks are nothing to make light of, even 2 to 3 normal soldiers can't defeat it. Gu Qingshan can only thank his luck. Lucky that I chose to learn ranged attacks, together with the outpost's invisibility formation, I just might be able to kill it. The demon beasts slowly run around the dead pit, sometimes rolling on the ground as well. It's trying to bait, to find out if there are any traps, or other demon beasts lying in ambush. The hourglass only have 10 minutes left. Gu Qingshan silently holds his bow, not moving an inch. Nays. Nays. The demon beast stops, breaths out from its snout, his large head still looking around cautiously. 5 minutes left. Gu Qingshan stayed completely still. The demon beast finally slowly lower its head, wanting to eat one of the corpses. Its snout hover over the dead body back and forth, finally deciding to open its huge mouth, showing the multitudes of jagged fangs inside. Right at this moment, Gu Qingshan pulls the bowstring back fully, pouring spirit energy into the arrow. An invisible wind forms around the arrowhead. An arrow that have spirit energy poured in, its destructive power is 5-fold compared to a normal one. These arrows were all specially made, so not just spirit energy, they can even carry energy of the 5 elements. The military bow pulled all the way back, Gu Qingshan stays silent for 2 breaths, then finally loose his fingers. Whoosh! The arrow shoots out in a flash and makes contact with the beast's mouth. In pain, the demon beast jumps forward, rolling on the ground. 1 arrow shot, Gu Qingshan fluidly pulls back his bowstring for the next one without hesitation. Rapid fire. Each and every arrow turns into streaks of light, flying from the military bow at their target. The demon beast roars angrily, running straight at the direction of the outpost to attack. But in just a few steps, it starts to turn around, wanting to escape. The arrow stuck on its body numbers more and more, all precisely aimed at its weak points or vitals like the organs, joints, and stomach area. Its injury becomes Cervera with overwhelming speed, turning the demon beast's intense rage into immense fright. If it immediately decided to flee when first struck, then maybe its speed could save its life, but already choosing to retaliate, halfway changing its mind to flee, then it's already too late. During that whole process, Gu Qingshan's face shows no emotion, both arms as steady as a rock, continuously pulling out arrows, pulling back the bowstring, and letting loose. The final minute. The demon beast lays flat on the ground, no longer moving. Its body full of arrows, fresh blood pours from all over its vitals, soaking the ground red. Gu Qingshan's inner spirit energy already decreased by 40%. Even so, he still continues to draw his arrows, putting spirit energy inside them, aiming precisely at the beast's vitals and letting arrows loose. Demon beasts already have intelligence, they're no longer dumb and stupid, some are even craftier compared to humans. They also know how to feint death, how to lure enemies. 7 to 8 breaths later, the demon beast's body keeps being riddled with more arrows, no longer able to keep up the ruse, it springs up to flee again. What it received was an even more intense flurry of arrows. The demon beast tries its best to dash forward 5 to 6 meters more, crashing straight into a huge tree and falls down to the ground. This time it really is dead. 2 lines of blue light shows up in Gu Qingshan's sight. Soul point +1, current soul point, 1/5. Experience enough, current experience May 5th, you can now level up, please confirm if you would like to level up. Earlier when he killed the skin-shedding blood demon, he already received 4 experience points, now he got 1 more, reaching the level up requirements. Not a single bit of hesitation, Gu Qingshan, level up. Following his voice, the experience stat turns from 5 out of 5 into 0 out of 10. From Qi Training Stage 2 to Qi Training Stage 3, the amount of experience required is doubled. On Gu Qingshan's character status screen, his leveled Qi Training Stage 1 also changes, turning into Qi Training Stage 2. A flashy gold light emits from Gu Qingshan's body. The warm flow of water-like substance circles Gu Qingshan's body, finally concentrating at his dantian, turning into excess spirit energy. Chapter 5, Returning. Gu Qingshan checks himself, confirming the spirit energy inside his dantian really did increase a little. The military bow in his hand also seemed a bit lighter, this is just a feeling resulted from his increased body strength. Gu Qingshan satisfying nodded, glancing at the hourglass on his UI. The sands have ran out. After that, a line of text appeared in the middle of the UI. Player Gu Qingshan have stayed at the other world for 24 hours, returning to reality soon. All equipments have been stored inside your inventory bag, available for usage once taken out. Returning. A slight feeling of dizziness. Gu Qingshan opens his eyes to find under his feet a soft and expensive fur carpet, himself facing a beautiful young lady. The whole party hall looks extremely lavish, just like a place where the rich and powerful would socialize. The only thing not fitting the area, mixed with the beautiful light ballroom music, are the noisy sounds of cheering and encouragement. Go out. Go out. TN, as in on a date. Accept already. Come on dude, quickly. The voices keep on going. Someone from behind tapped Gu Qingshan on his shoulder and spoke, Qingshan, I'm here for you man, just speak your heart out. Gu Qingshan slightly turned to look back. It was Zhang Yi, his best friend from high school. Gu Qingshan turns to look around, his eyes finally stops on the girl in front of him. She really did look beautiful in any clothes, even if she doesn't wear any jewelry, only donning a pure white long dress, she can still be picked out with eyesight amidst a crowd of other girls. Su Shui'er, goddess of Noble Private High School of Changning County. A precious gem of the Su family, one of the 9 great nobles' families. Gu Qingshan closes his eyes, then open them again. The girl is still there. He really did come back to the past. Back to this moment that he would remember for the rest of his life. Su Shui'er, Gu Qingshan have something to say to you. That's right, he carefully picked his words for so long, finally having the guts to say it. Gu Shan, speak your mind, we're all here as witness for you. Among the crowd, the people are still cheering loudly non-stop. Seeing Gu Shan keeping silent and not speaking, Su Shui'er finally spoke first. Gu Shan, so what did you want to tell me? When the school goddess spoke, everyone finally quieted down. Everyone wanted to see, will Gu Shan really do as the rumors say and confess his feelings right on this graduation prom night? Gu Shan pushed down the turmoils in this heart, smiles and stands back up speaking. Su Shui'er, I sincerely hope that you will accept my one request. That is, inside the girl's crystal clear eyes, there is a bit of complicated mixed feelings. Gu Shan spoke with complete seriousness on his face. Can you accept my request to visit my barbecue stall tomorrow night and try out some of my handmade grilled meat? Su Shui'er is speechless. The cheering crowd is shocked dead silent. Barbecue? Just grilled meat? Nothing else? Su Shui'er asked again to make sure she didn't heard wrong. Of course, my expertise are only two things, mech piloting you've already seen, there's only my cooking skills left. Gu Shan shrugs, so do you want to try out my cooking? Su Shui'er opens her clear eyes wide, asks again, but your friend, Zhang Yi told me, you wanted to. Gu Shan stopped her worlds, I didn't tell him anything. Is that so? So all this really wasn't your idea after all. Su Shui'er face shows relief, as well as a small smile. Right then, a male student from amongst the crowd stepped out, hurriedly asks, Shan, didn't you tell me that you wanted to confess to Su Shui'er today? The crowd becomes noisy again. Gu Shan turns around, coldly looks at the person. This male student is the same person who tapped his shoulder from before. His best friend, Zhang Yi. Zhang Yi and Gu Shan both came from poor origins, both relied on their academic excellence to get into this top-level high school. In these 3 years of high school, the two of them formed a close bond. Gu Shan originally thought this would be his good friend, close enough to be family. But he didn't know, on this very graduation prom night, Zhang Yi planned and dosed him with a strange medicine, tricking him into drinking it. The results was that during the time he planned to confess to Su Shui'er, the medicine acted up, forcing him in front of everyone here to attempt some lowlife conducts to Su Shui'er. Finally it took Su Shui'er's personal guards, as well as a few student officers to hold Gu Shan in place and stop him. This event shocked the whole school. Originally Gu Shan had very good academic records, he also got his own talents, and a decent personality, so he was able to catch Su Shui'er's eyes, the two of them becoming not so bad friends. But after this, Su Shui'er completely gave up on him, slapped him in front of everybody, cried and left. After that was the Su family's rage, saying they wanted Gu Shan to die for his sins. The school didn't even hesitate to immediately expel Gu Shan, not even giving him the chance to take the university entrance exams. Finally it took Su Shui'er painstakingly begging him for 3 days and nights just for the Su family head to spare his life. For your information, the Su family head is the lord that directly control all of Changning County, and there are only a total of 9 lords in the whole confederate. From then on, Gu Shan had to suffer all manners of jeers and cold shoulders, not a single person looking his way. The technology invention and research company that originally hired him before graduation immediately fired him. He tried everywhere to get into a school, but no school even dared to accept him. When looking for a job, he did not find even a menial labor job, finally almost starving to death in the slums. And all of that was thanks to his best friend, Zhang Yi. Gu Shan wallowed in despair and embarrassment, struggling every day to live. Only when the other world and reality connected, did he finally have the chance to change his fate. But for the rest of his life, countless times waking up in the middle of the night, Gu Shan always remembered the events of this day, always grinding his teeth to the point of breaking them. Gu Shan have had time to think carefully. Su Shui'er is the eldest daughter of one of the 9 great nobles' families. Him as a poor scholarship student, having her had the goodwill to become his friend is already thinking of him very highly. Before not yet having any real power, he shouldn't have delusioned himself with making their relationship going any further. Doing things that way will only make Su Shui'er embarrassed, and will only put Gu Shan himself in a dangerous situation. He can only laugh at himself for being too young, having too many unrealistic dreams, as well as having the fraud Zhang Yi next to him, whispering sweet lies of Su Shui are actually also like you as truth. Which led to the confession scene on prom night. Fortunately, this time he returned, Gu Chengshan will not be stepping on fallen tracks. In front of everyone, Gu Chengshan looks at Zhang Yi, whispering loudly, "You thought wrong, my true love is Xie Shuangyan." The whole crowd burst into laughter, even Su Shui'er couldn't help but broke into a smile, holding in her laughter. Xie Shuangyan is the lead singer of the most popular girl idol group in the world. Whether it is the Saint Orlank Empire to the north, or the vast lands of Fuxi Republic, even the Freedom Federation of the South, countless people, men or women, old or young alike, are all fans of Xie Shuangyan. There are simply too many people in this world that love Xie Shuangyan. Gu Chengshan using her as an excuse like this, not even Su Shui'er will believe him. Within the crowd, there are even a few of her male fans shouting out, "Gu Chengshan, so turns out you want to join our Xie Shuangyan fan club, huh?" Zhang Yi's face constantly shifts, his heart sank straight to the bottom. He didn't think Gu Chengshan would be so crafty, casually brushing off the issue like that. No, today he absolutely cannot fail. A chance like this likely will never come again in his lifetime. Gu Chengshan is his last chance to move up in the world. Zhang Yi bites his teeth and steps forward, whispering into Gu Chengshan's ear, "Gu Chengshan, your peaceful days are over." Then, using force, he slaps Gu Chengshan on the shoulder. A small pain that came from a small needle Zhang Yi was keeping in his palm. Gu Chengshan doesn't resist, only staring at him all the way until he's finished with everything. "Why?" Gu Chengshan calmly asks. "Why what?" Zhang Yi's face relaxes like he just put a weight off his shoulders. The dosage on the needle is much stronger than before. Only a minute later, Gu Chengshan won't be able to keep his body instinct in check anymore. "Why do you have to do this to me? I remember we were friends," Gu Chengshan asks again. Zhang Yi can't help but lower his gaze, mumbling lowly, "Don't blame me, poor people on this world can only live better lives when they grasp their chance." Then, he suddenly applies force, pushing Gu Chengshan towards Su Shui'er. Gu Chengshan's body temperature keeps rising, his breath becoming shorter and deeper, staggering towards where Su Shui'er is. The medicine starts to act up. Gu Chengshan feels his whole body becoming cold. He suddenly remembered, Su Shui'er once casually talked to him about Zhang Yi. "Xingshan Ji, Zhang Yi, and your eyes for judging people aren't the same." Tian, Ji means big brother, but can also be used as an affectionate way to refer to a male friend by both male and female. Gu Chengshan shakes his head internally. The more trust there was, the more disappointed he is right now. Let's stop here. Gu Chengshan mind slightly move, the spirit energy in his dantian flows like a river, easily restraining the medicine effect. His heightened body temperature also slowly cools down. As a cultivator, how could normal poison possibly harm him? Gu Chengshan's eyes regain their shine, lightly calls out, "Auntie Su, please come out." Immediately, a mature and captivating woman, as well as a gray-haired elderly man appeared out of nowhere. These two are Su Shui'er's bodyguards. Su Shui'er is the eldest daughter of Su family, as well as the only daughter of this generation's main line, always loved by the whole of Su family. Having two bodyguards always silently protecting her like this is completely normal. "What are you up to?" The mature woman sharply glares at Gu Chengshan. She is by Su Shui'er's side every day, so of course she know this young brat. Originally she felt that this kid's head is bright, personality is also not too bad, but didn't think that he would suddenly make a confession scene like that. This kind of reckless behavior would put immense pressure on Su Shui'er, so as a bodyguard she's very disappointed in Gu Chengshan. Not to mention, since she was secretly protecting Su Shui'er, being called out to the open like this makes her even more annoyed. Chapter 6, Frankly Speaking. Gu Chengshan looks around. Right now is the official prom night for the graduating high school class. All the school officials are here, as well as quite a few big shots from several organizations. Not few of them have already started noticing what's going on here. In a public place like this, I shouldn't be too conspicuous, Better to borrow her family's power instead. Gu Qingshan lightly smiles and spoke, "Forgive me, Auntie Su, I'm just suspicious that there might be somebody taking advantage of me to hurt Su Shui'er." Not expecting that answer, Auntie Su squints her eyes. The gray-haired elderly man also stopped his gentle smile. "What do you mean?" Auntie Su quickly surveys the surround, lowering her voice and asks. "Because today something very strange happened," Gu Qingshan answers. "What?" "Zhang Yi sneakily put some sort of medicine in my drink, then also encouraged me to confess to Su Shui'er like that." Seeing not only the two bodyguards but also Su Shui'er carefully listening in, Gu Qingshan slowly explained things from start to finish. "In case I refused to do as he says, I thought he might try some other methods, so I decided to comply, staging a scene as before to see what he really wanted to accomplish." "You mean, you've already ingested the medicine?" Auntie Su narrows her eyes further and questioned. "That's correct, there's also this." Gu Qingshan extend his hand, placing it on his shoulder. A black needle covered in blood was pulled out. Auntie Su's expression clearly changed, both her and the elderly man became serious. Ever since the Su eldest daughter started to become friends with Gu Qingshan, the Su family have already investigated his background carefully. After 2 years of friendship between them, they know very well what his personal values are like. So when Gu Qingshan got close to Su Shui'er like normal, the two bodyguards didn't mind it. Who knew that the problem would have sprouted from him of all people? "Do you feel strange anywhere?" Su Shui'er worried him and carefully asked. The two of them have a close enough relationship, so Su Shui'er didn't want anything bad to happen to him. "Of course, I feel my libido burning right now," Gu Qingshan half-jokingly answered. Unable to say anything to that, Su Shui'er's face burns up red. Auntie Su took out a dagger, swiped a small wound on Gu Qingshan's finger and licked a drop of his blood. Auntie Su tasted it for a bit, so it really was an aphrodisiac, and a strong one at that. Her eyes looking at him became a bit surprised. "Young brat, and you can still control yourself like this?" Gu Qingshan dryly laughs, "I'm barely hanging on right now." In reality, Gu Qingshan only needed to circulate the spirit energy in his dantian a little bit to restrain the aphrodisiac effects. This world doesn't have the thing called spirit energy yet. Gu Qingshan also doesn't want his secret to leak out to other people. From the start, Su Shui'er was a bright girl, so she immediately understand everything from start to end. She quickly pulls at Auntie Su's sleeves and sincerely asked, "Auntie, you're a master pharmacist, please help him." Auntie Su took out a small bottle, giving Gu Qingshan a white capsule from inside. "Swallow it." Her eyes looking at Gu Qingshan right now is much gentler than before. This brat is both bright and careful, not bad. Gu Qingshan received the capsule and immediately swallowed it, and continued, "Seems like his goal was to embarrass both Su Shui'er and I in front of everybody." Everyone there turned back to look at Zhang Yi. Zhang Yi, seeing everything already got exposed, felt a chill on his whole body. Suddenly he turns around, quickly wanting to get away. The two bodyguards, having seen that, became angrier inside. Up to this point, everything is already clear. Gu Qingshan usually gets along well with the young lady, so both of them wouldn't be too much on guard against him. During an official occasion such as a prom night like this, they're more focused on looking out for strange faces that appear. If Gu Qingshan were to suddenly do something reckless, they might not be able to make it in time to stop him. In front of everybody like this, if the young lady was violated in any way by Gu Qingshan, her reputation would definitely suffer. The two of them would also be confused, not knowing what to do right away. If there were any other hidden cards in this prom, it would be very possible for them to take advantage of the chaos and find a chance to assassinate the young lady. The elderly man's figure flashed, already stopping Zhang Yi in his tracks. "Come brat, living is miserable, why not fall into a nice dream instead?" The elderly man uses his big rough hands to take hold of Zhang Yi's hair, then slowly closes his eyes. Then something strange happened. As the elderly man closes his eyes, so does Zhang Yi close his. Continue chanting in a strange rhythm. The elderly man's voice is like the devil's whisper, luring mortals in. "Come, come, come, you need only to tell your secret, I will then satisfy your every desires." A mesmerized smile appeared on Zhang Yi's face, his mouth mumbling, I'll tell you right now. This strange scene leads to the crowd around murmuring, discussing it between themselves. Gu Qingshan also didn't expect that, asks, is this possibly a god's chosen skill? Su Shui'er standing beside him, quietly answers, that's right, Grandpa Li is a god's chosen who specialize in finding out the truth. God's chosen are professionists who hold a unique ability. Their abilities usually are mysterious, usually manifesting by itself as a person matures. Their abilities simply cannot be gotten through any form of cultivation or training, its growth can't even be interfered with, just like they've been decided by God from birth. Because of that, the people who possess these abilities are called God's chosen. In reality, humanity's top brass fighting power is divided into 4 types. In order they are God's chosen, martial artists, supernaturalist, and heaven's descendants, each of them specialize in a different aspect. Aside from that, powerful mechs and the interstellar series warships are common war weapons of mass destruction. If what Su Shui'er said is true, then the elderly man's ability must be a hypnosis-type God's chosen skill. Seeing everyone focusing on the elderly man's work, Su Shui'er lowers her voice and speaks, Qingshan Ji, today I have to thank you. No need to thank me, Gu Qingshan curtly replies, I'm also doing this for myself. If I had really tried to do anything to you in this environment, my outcome would have been exceptionally terrible. What he's saying is true, because that's what happened to his previous life. Su Shui'er shakes her head and sincerely speaks again, Qingshan Ji, a maiden's honor is very important to her, I have to thank you for helping me keep mine. And also, later on if anything happened to you, Shui'er swears to do her best to protect you. Su Shui'er isn't a bad girl in the past life, even when she was absolutely disappointed in Gu Qingshan, she still kneeled in front of the Su family head for 3 days, begging for him to spare his life. Because of that, even though Gu Qingshan went through so much killing, having to risk his life amongst blood and tears every day making his heart already frozen cold to the core, right up to his very last moment in the apocalypse, Su Shui'er still had a very important place in his heart. That's right, this girl is like this, once she thinks of someone as her friend, she will treat them with kindness from the bottom of her heart. Gu Qingshan only smiles and not said anything else. Some things in this world, you don't need to speak to convey. Right now, what he's more interested in is why Zhang Yi would do this. During his past life, this is one of the things that he couldn't find out until the end. Gu Qingshan silently thinks, not noticing the girl beside him sneakily glancing at his face. After a while, Su Shui'er stops her eyes, finding inside herself now contains some unknown emotions. She keeps feeling like Gu Qingshan today is different compared to how he always is. On him, there seems to be something that changed. Note: Professionist, a term used to describe people who have superhuman powers, literally a person with a profession. Since this novel has more than one system of cultivation, the word professionist is used to describe them all, while terms like cultivators, elementalists, and such are used to describe specific types of superhuman. Chapter 7, Letter of Acceptance. At this time, Zhang Yi finally started to speak. Someone paid 10 million, so that I dose Gu Qingshan with aphrodisiac, and make sure that he confesses to Su Shui'er. The elderly man keeps his rhythmic voice. Who is that person? Zhang Yi, the person used an anonymous account, I don't know who he is. This is the truth. Unfortunately, the trail also goes cold here. The elderly man's expression became serious again. The person that did this is very careful, and very cautious. He dared to use the Su family young lady's friend to do his deeds. Not only does he show a motive to harm the Su family young lady, he also showed no slack or opening to find him with. This just became much more complicated. Because, this area is Changning County, and this is the Su family's main turf. The elderly man retracts his hand. Zhang Yi immediately regains his senses. Right away he drops down to his knees, face full of tears begging, I was tempted by the devil, Qingshan, I've made a mistake. Gu Qingshan doesn't say anything. Zhang Yi keeps his kneeling position, slowly inches towards Gu Qingshan, begging once again, Qingshan, we were best friends for many years, I've wronged you only this one time, I beg you, please forgive me. He's also clever, knowing that he only directly tried to harm Gu Qingshan, so he immediately goes to Gu Qingshan and beg for forgiveness. Gu Qingshan, this person, in everyday life he's always a good person at heart, plus being this Zhang Yi's close friend, I'm showing no dignity begging for his forgiveness in front of so many people. Gu Qingshan probably will also not pursue this too far. Su Shui'er is also a big softy. As long as Gu Qingshan forgive me, Su Shui'er will probably also won't pursue this matter anymore. This matter also didn't leave any lasting or irreversible effects. As long as Su Shui'er doesn't pursue it, then the Su family will also not stoop so low as to torture a penniless student such as himself. Just as he thought, Su Shui'er looks at Gu Qingshan, hesitantly. How do you want to deal with this? He, in the end, is still a classmate. Auntie Su immediately stops her words. Young lady, this matter isn't as simple as this, we have to pursue it to the end. Her serious eyes turn to Gu Qingshan. Gu Qingshan keeps silent for a while, then smiles. To be honest, right now my thoughts are about the same as yours. He looks at the groveling Zhang Yi and speaks. Zhang Yi shivers, his face shows a clear sense of relief. Do you mean, you're willing to forgive me? No. In front of the gaze of everybody here, Gu Qingshan swiftly walks in front of Zhang Yi and whispers, right now I feel that our friendship should just go to hell already. Just as he finished, Gu Qingshan suddenly lifts his leg and kicks Zhang Yi right in his chest. Zhang Yi, who got kicked, flew a few meters away, slamming and crashing 2 tables full of alcohol, soaking himself in it. A large bottle of champagne drops down, conveniently smashing him on the head, knocking Zhang Yi out on the spot. Gu Qingshan turns around, lightly speaks, Auntie Su, the matters after this I'll have to depend on you, please find out who was behind him. Auntie Su looks at him with shining eyes, good move brat, originally I feared that Su Shui'er becoming your friend would make her soft, seems like that was for nothing after all. Auntie Su swings her hand, and a beautiful helicopter quickly descends from above. This white steel alloy helicopter, in its front proudly carries a single letter Su, the symbol of nobility in this Changning County. The elderly man takes Zhang Yi up to the helicopter. Auntie Su speaks, young lady, today we shouldn't remain here for too long, let's also leave now. Su Shui'er nods her head. When passing by Gu Qingshan, she spoke, tomorrow night, I'll come to your stall for a grilled meat feast, that's okay right? Gu Qingshan is shocked for a second, but replied, always welcome. This is the nonsense that he used to smooth over the confession earlier, he didn't think she would actually accept it. But Gu Qingshan doesn't really have anything to worry about, since after school every day, he would always set up a stall to sell grilled meat, using the money he makes from that to pay for expenses. Su Shui'er smiles beautifully at him, then follow Auntie Su onto the Su family helicopter. The helicopter quickly goes away. Right after Su family left, many organization representatives also left, leaving a grand prom night to end prematurely just like that. This is probably the most catastrophic graduation prom night in the history of Changning Noble Private High School thus far. But to Gu Qingshan, this is the best prom night he could have hoped for. He finally escaped from that dead-end scenario in which he had no way to explain himself. It wasn't like his last life, where the school expelled him. Just a few days later, he would be able to take the Confederate Common University exam. With his academic records, he can easily pass the examination, picking whichever university he wants. On the other hand, Zhang Yi's end won't be quite as good. Su Shui'er and Zhang Yi doesn't have such a close relationship as he does, plus the fact that this whole incident was orchestrated by Zhang Yi from behind, directly harming both Gu Qingshan and Su Shui'er. Not only will Su Shui'er not be asking to spare Zhang Yi as she did for him, but the Su family will also use any and all methods they have to find out he really is behind Zhang Yi. What he suffered on his past life, Zhang Yi will suffer the same, or perhaps even worse. Everything has changed. Gu Qingshan, with his renewed mood, walks to the school exit. He's just an orphan at the slums, he can't afford a helicopter. Not even a taxi ride home, each and every day going to school he can only do with his own 2 feet. Half an hour later. When Gu Qingshan had left the busy district and about to enter the poor residence's main square, his feet suddenly stopped. In front of the alley, a 1.9-meter-long wingless-type helicopter is packed there. A middle-aged man wearing a white shirt and black tie stands next to the helicopter, gracefully bow as if to welcome Gu Qingshan as he approached. Student Gu, our young master is waiting for you inside the helicopter, said the middle-aged man. Gu Qingshan silently looks at the safety cameras on the street corner. The originally red blinking lights of the camera is no longer seen. Even this large square area, no one is approaching from all four sides. And who is your young master? Gu Qingshan questioned. The middle-aged man doesn't talk much, only standing aside, making a gesture to invite him inside, please. How interesting, Gu Qingshan smiles to himself, walking straight into the helicopter. The inside of the helicopter is decorated lavishly as expected. A single young man sits in his leather-made sofa, two girls kneeling at his feet softly massaging them. From the inside bar, a girl wearing cute bunny ears quickly whips up a cocktail, placing it in front of Gu Qingshan. Thank you, said Gu Qingshan as he accepts the glass. Qingshan, come, sit, said the young man. Gu Qingshan sits down right across the young man, casually placing the cocktail on the table, smiles and asks, please tell, what does our honorable student council president want, waiting outside my house at this late hour? The young man shakes his head, calling me that seems too distant. Young Master Yun is fine. This young man is Changning Noble Private High School's student council president, Nya Yun. Nya Yun is a member of the Shi family noble clan, to be precise, the grandson of Shi family's current patriarch. Of noble origins, in this school, aside from Su Shui'er, no one is more noble than him. Nya Yun brushes off his hand. Good, you all are dismissed. The girls quickly clean up the place, leaving the helicopter. Nya Yun then picks up a sheet of paper on the table, reading and speaking at the same time. Qingshan, your records really are excellent. Every final exam you trounce both Su Shui'er and I. Just seeing here, elementary mech structure, maximum score, World War history, maximum score, holobrain technology, maximum score, warship piloting, maximum score, even your elective subject, mech power source study, you got maximum score. Only in physical education is your score barely a passing grade. Nya Yun lowers the paper, exclaims softly, you are also an official staff at Changning Steel Mech Research Center. This wasn't gotten using your relationship with Su Shui'er, but rather through your own excellence. Even inside Su family many people probably can only look at your achievement in awe. Gu Qingshan nonchalantly, I'm only working for a better future for myself. Nya Yun shakes his head, in this whole Changning County, every poor sap wants to enter Su family's steel mech research company, but only you actually succeed. This can only be talent and nothing else. I'm really impressed with your kind of people, so now I want to give you a chance. Nya Yun took from inside his chest pocket a letter, placing it in front of Gu Qingshan. This is? Asked Gu Qingshan. See for yourself. Gu Qingshan opened the letter and took a look at what was inside. He whispers, Nanshur Lordship Institute Letter of Acceptance? That's correct. Nya Yun smiles, you only need to agree, no need to even take the exams, you can immediately enter this university. Gu Qingshan puts down the letter and spoke, thank you for your kindness, but I don't plan on joining this university. Nanshur Lordship Institute is only a third-rate bottom-rank university, and it's situated on the least populated area of Nanshur province. Their main major is underground mineral study, a subject few cares about. Gu Qingshan himself had many choice universities. With his record, getting into one of the few state-sanctioned universities in the country is no problem. Basically he has no need to even consider such a third-rate institute. No need to be hasty and decline, just take a minute and think, is your own life important, or is being friends with Su Shui'er more important? Nya Yun's tone suddenly became cold. Gu Qingshan looks up and asked, now why would you say that? Nya Yun's smile disappeared completely, sitting straight up. The whole of Changning County, no, the whole noble community of the Confederate, all hope to have Su Shui'er marry into their own house, yet you, a pitiable insect of a poor student, dared to make a confession scene in front of everybody. Nya Yun sighs and continues, you have no money, no power, not even a professionist, any one of them that wants to kill you can just squish you like a bug. He picks up the letter of acceptance on the table and hold it out for Gu Qingshan. Just go, take this letter of acceptance and go far away, afterwards don't ever contact Su Shui'er again, then you can keep your life. Gu Qingshan simply looks at the letter of acceptance, not taking it. Nya Yun, you say all this, not representing anyone but yourself, am I right? Seeing as we were fellow high school students for 3 years, I'll give you some advice. Ha ha ha, you, give me advice? Nyayan looks at him like looking at a clown trying his best to keep up an act. This brat is smart to immediately see through my intention, but so what? The two of us from the start are already not from the same world. After graduation, the difference will become like between heaven and the earth. No longer will I ever have to see him again. Fine, let the poor brat speak his piece, see what he has to say. Nyayan smiles with eyes not smiling and asks, fine then, tell me, I'll listen. Go and be your family's rich young master, and don't cross me. Afterwards, Gu Qingshan immediately left the helicopter, doesn't bother to look back. Nyayan stands alone for a bit, then shakes his head, like a locust trying to stop an elephant, pathetic and funny. He pushes a button on the table. Not long after, the middle-aged man from outside the helicopter steps in, lowering his head. Yes, young master. Nyayan asks, what of the thing I told you to prepare? Our preparations are ready. Any chance for failure? The middle-aged man lightly smiles and replies, the people we hired are all top-notch professionals, guaranteed to look like an accident. Even if there are investigations later, the results will be nothing but that. Nyayan coldly laughs, very good, then do it. Yes, the middle-aged man took a look at his watch, then replies, young master can be assured, 10 minutes later, Gu Qingshan will die by an unfortunate accident. Chapter 8, Unfortunate Accident. Gu Qingshan walks in the empty alleyway, silently thinking about what happened today. With Nyayan's reaction like that, the case of Zhang Yi was definitely not something he planned. Maybe it really was like Nyayan said, because I'm too close with Su Shui'er, so the nobles who like Su Shui'er all want me dead. Right now is nearing graduation, so a few cruel and crafty of those nobles already want to deal with me for good. These people all make me sick. If you have the ability, then go and court her like a real man. What's the use dealing with a poor student like myself? Gu Qingshan silently dissed them in his mind. A little bit afterwards, his thoughts start to wander. Time left until the game officially opened is about a year from now. This time period is humanity's last year of peace. An entire year, enough time for me to build a foothold for myself in the other world. Regarding the time he spends in reality like this, Gu Qingshan thought for a little bit, finally deciding that he wants to take the university exams and enter his ideal university. This is a wish that up until the end he couldn't fulfill in his past life. A university will not only have great environment and facilities, their management of student is also looser compared to high school, so he can take the time to learn what he likes, as well as making preparations to fight the apocalypse. Which university though? When I get back I should take a look at all the university available this year then. While lost in thought, Gu Qingshan suddenly noticed in front of him, a group of 5 to 6 drunken young men walking in the opposite direction. These men have tattoos all over their bodies, hair dyed a bright blonde color, staggering under the dim streetlights. This street by itself doesn't have much space to walk. The way they're walking shoulder to shoulder like that really leave no more room for anyone else. Gu Qingshan squints, deciding to stand aside for them to walk past. When they crossed each other, not knowing if it was accidental or on purpose, one of the blondes staggered towards Gu Qingshan. As a cultivator, as well as having more than 10 years of experience killing and struggling on the battlefield, of course he wouldn't let a normal person hit him. Just a slight shift of his body and the man misses. The blonde man staggered for a bit before standing straight up. The fuck, how did he dodge that? The blonde man immediately shouts, you brat, you dare to hit me? Brothers, show him who's boss. Right as he said that, their looks of drunkenness immediately disappeared. Let's do this. The group shouts, each taking out their knives and rush forward. So that's what it is. Seeing that, Gu Qingshan immediately understood. These people are clearly here for him. If it was just drunk fighting, they wouldn't pull out knives that quickly. Even if one person drinks too much and can't think straight, doesn't mean all of them are like that at the same time. These men all act really quickly, only taking a single breath for the first person to get close, knife aimed straight at Gu Qingshan's heart. The plunge is as quick as it is deadly. if that connects he'll really die in one hit. So they were professional. Gu Qingshan only took a single moment to think, his body quickly stepping past the knife, moving straight into the man's chest. Ha! With an open palm, he strikes the man in his chest. The man flew backwards, straight into the people behind. The thugs almost seemed like they got hit by a raging bull, letting out an ear-rending scream, rolling on the floor moaning non-stop. Especially the one that got hit and flew away, his chest already sank in, no longer breathing. Gu Qingshan seeing that was a bit shocked, then reminded himself, I forgot, it's not the apocalypse yet. The only man still standing suppresses the chill inside his body, shouting seriously, use fire. Only needing a single palm strike to kill a martial artist on our side, as well as knocking the rest of them down like that, just how much strength does that take? Don't kid with me, the weakest my comrades here is still a 1 or 2 star martial artist, yet they all got knocked down just like that. They don't even have the strength to get back up. This is a real monster. What's even scarier is that they couldn't even see how he moved. This level of strength, he has to be at least a 7-star martial artist. Possibly even a martial master that broke through the 9-star shackles. He doesn't know that Gu Qingshan only temporarily forgot to hold back and used spirit energy on his palms. A Qi training stage 2 cultivator, without using spirit energy, their body strength is about equal to a 4-star martial artist. But if they do use spirit energy, then that's a different story, their destructive force is increased by quite a few times. The faces of these thugs immediately changed, rushing to take out their guns, wanting to quickly deal with this scary martial artist. They originally only wanted to stage a drunken fight scene that resulted in an accidental death, that way no one would be able to find out anything. Who knew that a normal unassuming student would be so strong? Under such circumstances, they can only ignore the original plan, kill him first then think later. They acted fast, but Gu Qingshan was faster. A military bow suddenly appeared in Gu Qingshan's hands. The same military bow he brought from the game. Since you wanted to kill me, all of you can just die. Gu Qingshan's hands moved so fast they left after images, fired 6 shots in a blink of the eye. Rapid fire. PSSH 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 PSSH. 5 people's heads exploded almost at the same time. Only the last man standing from before, got his hands hit by the arrow, dropped his gun on the floor, shivering, struggling to stand straight. Feeling killing intent so strong it almost felt solid, the man hurriedly drops to the ground, begging for mercy, spare me, I admit defeat, please spare me, if I can do anything to save my pathetic life I'll do it. Gu Qingshan asks, who sent you? Hearing that, the thug's sights darted around the headless bodies scattered about, inside his mind full of fright and anger. Fright, because he's facing a person as cruel as this, killing everyone on their side without any hesitation. Anger, because the people who hired them were so horribly misinformed, or even purposely did this to send low-level assassins like them to death. No matter which case it is, he decided not to let those people get away so easily. Thinking that, he shakenly answers, the person who hired us is Nia family, Xionghu. Very good, I like honest people. Gu Qingshan slowly walked forward, retrieving the arrows he shot. These arrows specially made for war usage can handle spirit energy insertion, having to use them on normal people is a bit of a waste. If not for the fact that Gu Qingshan's cultivation is still too low, Qi training stage 2 not being able to block bullets, he wouldn't have used these bow and arrows. It's very clear, Nia Yun was the one who did this. However, Nia family is also a big noble family in Changning district, many strong people work for them, not only martial masters, but also supernaturalists and gods chosen as well. Nia Yun, with the way he does things, he definitely wouldn't give up here. Gu Qingshan recalls how he is from memory and mumbled to himself. Having a person like this determined to kill him, this won't be easy. Gu Qingshan stuffed the dead bodies into his inventory bag while scanning the surroundings with his inner sight. The inventory bag can hold anything that isn't a living being, a common tool among cultivators for ease of bringing supplies and equipment, now conveniently acts as a way for him to get rid of evidence of the crime scene. The next time Gu Qingshan goes to the other world, he can just chuck these bodies down the dead pit and no one will ever be able to find out they ever existed in the first place. Note: Inner sight. This actually have many names across different novels, as well as having different effects. In this case it refers to the ability to spread his perception away from his own body to look at things from afar. You can think of it as a built-in scanner, or something similar to Byakugan from Naruto, the ability to have perfect vision of everything 360 degrees around one's own body. Chapter 9, A Gamble. Tien, in Chapter 8, Niayen's transportation was translated as being a helicopter, but it would be more accurate to call it a flying shuttle, or flying car/limousine. Sorry for your confusions. This area is the slums. Not only are there no safety cameras on the streets, but also very few pedestrians. The location they chose is good, and the time is also suitable for faking an accident. Ironically, this instead helped remove Gu Qingshan's worries. In the distance, the shrill police alarm is heard. Gu Qingshan looked up to see a small police shuttle quickly coming this way from the air. There isn't anyone around, so no one could have called the police, yet the police arrived just in time like this. Obviously it had to have been pre-arranged. If everything had gone as normal, I would have been stabbed to death on the spot. The police would come just to collect a corpse, also taking the dagger as evidence, and everything would have been glossed over. When Su Shui'er finally got the news, even if she sent someone to check, they wouldn't be able to find any evidence. Tomorrow, someone will naturally go confess to this crime, saying that they drank too much and got into a fight, and they couldn't control their strength. He's already dead, what else can Su Shui'er do? And that would have been the end of that. Gu Qingshan glanced coldly at the small police shuttle, grabbing the only thug still alive on the ground. His body quickly disappeared into the darkness, no longer visible. A casino. Niayen glanced at the cards in his hand and said, "Dealer, hit me again, I'll call." The female dealer couldn't help but wipe the sweat from her forehead, taking a deep breath and dealt the cards to two players. "Young Master Nia, no need to go so big," the big man with sunglasses opposite of him said. Behind the sunglasses man, a slim feminine figure is hiding behind the chair shivering, too scared to even show her face. Nia Yun without care, "It's just 20 million. If you can't afford it, just fold." 20 million is nothing, but you also want my red card girl, her I can't bear to lose, the sunglasses man said. "Tien, it's slang for top beauty. I don't want her body, just her life is enough," Niayen coldly replied. Feeling the slight trembling of the figure behind him, the sunglasses man smiled and said, "This red card girl isn't for sale. You let her go, I will give you 2 other masterpiece girls. How about it?" "Niayun, this woman dared to splash me with wine, I want her to use her life to pay for it." The middle-aged man in a white shirt with a black tie walked in and whispered a few words in Niayen's ear. Niayen slapped him on the face and shouts, "Didn't you say there weren't going to be any problems?" The middle-aged man said, "My apologies, young master, please give me an hour, I will personally solve the problem." Niayen spoke, "I'll give you half an hour, if it isn't done, I will recommend the family to withdraw your stewardship." The middle-aged man stopped a bit, then turned to quickly leave. "What's wrong, young Master Nya? If you have any troubles, how about letting me solve it?" the sunglasses man offered. Nya Yun snorted and asked, "What do you want?" The sunglasses man shrugs, "It's very simple. I solve a problem for you. You let my red card girl go." Nya Yun thought for a moment, then suddenly smiled, "How about we make it a bit more exciting instead?" The sunglasses man silently complained, but still showed a smile on his face. "Young Master Nya, please go ahead." Any snot-nosed noble young master, the sunglasses man wouldn't even care to entertain, but Nya Yun is part of the largest noble family in this Changning County, not counting Su family. The sunglasses man has been working between the black and white of this world for a long time. He knows that if he still want to do business on this land, he cannot offend this young master. Nya Yun tinker for a bit with his personal holobrain, finally projected the image onto the white wall. "Nya Yun, this is my subordinate. I just told him to turn on real-time projection, here we can see that he is moving very fast." The sunglasses man nodded. Indeed. Nye Yun spoke again. He is going to kill a person. We will gamble on how many moves he needs to use to kill the target. Sunglasses man hesitated. Who was the target? A poor student, right? I'll bet one move, Nye Yun said as he gave an order to the subordinate through the communicator. The sunglasses man smiled bitterly. Your subordinate is a martial master. Any 5-star or less martial artist would die in one move. Only when a martial artist reaches 9-star, can they attempt to reach the rank of master. Once you reach the rank of master, you are no longer considered a mortal person. Even normal army soldiers can't deal with such an existence. Unless a group of mech fighters are dispatched, it is not possible to win against them. A martial master is treated the same as a noble, an existence for people to respect and society to admire. Are you going to bet or not? If not, I won't bother with your games anymore. When that happened, don't say I didn't give you face, Nye Yun impatiently. Fine, the sunglasses man took a deep breath. Then I can only gamble that he can't kill the poor boy in one move. That's right, if you win, I'll let your red card go. Nye Yun's face shows triumph. And if I lose? Nye Yun, 100 million, plus your red card's corpse. The sunglasses man's face twitched, about to decline it, but then heard a voice behind him. Take his bet. Sunglasses man lowers his voice and asks, what if we lose? The figure stopped trembling and whispered, if we lose then we'll kill all Nye clan members, strip him bare and let him burn on the fire for 3 days. The sunglasses man's heart froze. He can tell that this personage does not intend to endure anymore. He looked at Nye Yun sitting across himself, seeming prideful and triumphant, and sighed. Fine, I'll take the bet. Nye Yun snapped his fingers, smiled and picked up the wine glass. Good, then let's quietly enjoy seeing Xionghu go hunting. Watching a martial master killing people is also a pleasure in and of itself. On the other side, the martial master who was ordered to kill was moving at a rapid speed. The night is late, the dim streetlights on the road kept going backwards in his sight. The whole city was in a deep sleep, and his movements were light and flexible, without even a little noise, not disturbing anyone's sleep. He is a grand steward of the Nye family, known to be both fierce and cruel. Whenever he fought, someone will always die. Forging such a reputation in his early years, he earned the name Xionghu, Fierce Tiger, within the martial arts community. That brat lives in a building in the slum, on the 22nd floor, the third room from the left. Xionghu is very clear about his mission. Open the door, rush in and kill him, as simple as that. But he wouldn't let his guard down. After all, the group of people arranged before now isn't heard from, couldn't be contacted, and couldn't be located. That is simply strange. Just when he thought that, his communicator suddenly rang. Xionghu, we got the guy. Xionghu was somewhat surprised. He asked, didn't I tell you to kill him on the spot? No, I think the price should be raised a bit. Damn it, so that's what this is about, Xionghu cursed to himself. These trash in the underground world dared to raise the price in the act. Is my reputation of fierce tiger not enough to get them in line anymore? Xionghu coldly laughed, tried to make his tone calm naturally. The price can be discussed. Where are you? I'm waiting for you at the brat's place. I believe you know where it is. The communicator hangs up. Xionghu groaned and broke the billboard on the side of the road with one punch. Daring to mention raising prices with me, just you wait, my name is not just for show. He sped up his steps, his visage became like a gray meteor across the night sky. 5 minutes later, Xionghu stood on the 22nd floor of the building, checked the house number, and with one kick, broke down the security door. Note: Stewardship. The term doesn't 100% convey the position. This is a common position in cultivation novels, where a big clan would essentially sponsor people who have strength to work for them. The relationship usually is not one of servant and master, but rather mutual respect. Stewards work for the clan in exchange for resources to continue their cultivation, and the clan provide excess resources in exchange for loyalty and fighting force. While this is a contract of mutual benefit and technically can be cut off at any time, it usually isn't. Chapter 10, Against a Master. The entire room was dark, only a single light bulb hanging on the ceiling. The broken lampshade was covered with dust. Xionghu squints, his vision sweeps across the room. This place doesn't separate into living room, bedroom, or kitchen. In the narrow long room, you can barely fit a bed and a cabinet. Other things must be piled up on one side, otherwise there is no place to put them. There isn't even a toilet. Such living conditions are considered inferior even in the slums. Across from Xionghu, a person leaning diagonally on the window, the leader of the underground hitman gang. No one else is here, nor is the target. A little clever, but they don't understand that in the face of absolute strength, this kind of cleverness will only worsen their pain. Xionghu walked up and grabbed the man's neck, lifting him up and speaks, "Trash, hand over the brat, otherwise I promise you all will die a very horrible death." The man only stared at him without speaking. Xionghu raised his eyebrows in fury, preparing to let him taste a bit of pain. Suddenly, he felt a bad premonition. Xionghu suddenly turned around, his every muscle squirmed, turning his whole body taller and stronger. Almost instantly, he became a burly giant about 3 meters tall. "Ha!" Xionghu roared and slammed his hands into the air. A dull sound was heard. Xionghu was pushed backwards a few steps, slamming against the wall next to the window. Even the wall was cracked by his impact. Xionghu looked down at his hands. Bow and arrow? What a rare thing to see. Xionghu looked at the arrow caught in his hand and thought. He looked up, only to see in the darkness, a figure standing at the doorway, holding an antique-looking longbow in his hand. "You are that poor student?" As Xionghu recognized him, he was extremely shocked. That one arrow, he had to use all his strength to stop. Such extraordinary archery, definitely not what a high school student should be capable of. What is even more frightening is that after 2 years of investigations, he didn't find anything about such strength. This kid, hiding such power so well under his plain guise, what could he be planning? No, I must immediately go into close combat, only then do I have a chance to kill him. As soon as his thought, Xionghu stepped forward, his whole body rushes into a charge. Gu Qingshan also moved at the same time. Another shot. This arrow is aimed at his chest and abdomen area, but Xionghu is in a rapid charge so he can't change direction to dodge. He had to stretch out his hands again and slammed into the air. A bang. The arrow was deflected, but he was also pushed back 2 steps by the impact of the arrow. But Xionghu didn't care, openly grinning. The power of your arrow is great, but with a thin body like yours, you probably can't even pull the bowstrings anymore. Xionghu cracked his neck and mocked, "How many more shots like that can you actually make?" Gu Qingshan slightly paused and answered, quite a few." He pulled the bowstring. Rapid fire. Multiple streaks of gray lightning almost seemed to appear between the two of them, from Gu Qingshan heading straight to Xionghu. Xionghu leaned against the wall and used all his might to block. Each arrow shot is almost equal to a full power blow of a martial master. If he ignores them, his body will be riddled with arrows. Xionghu did not expect that a martial master like himself was actually being pressured by a high school kid. And this wretched scene was also being transmitted live to the young master through holographic video. "Cursed brat, you can't kill me, when your arrows run out, it'll be your death," Xionghu angrily roared. Gu Qingshan hands doesn't stop, only saying, "You don't have that long, goodbye." He guided spiritual energy from his dantian, pouring it all in the arrow. Crackle! The arrow whizzed through the air, creating a crackling sound from the friction. The shot directly broke through Xionghu's hands, and piercing into his chest. The walls behind Xionghu couldn't handle the impact, cracked open and fell down from the height of the 22nd floor. The entire wall fell down. Behind Xionghu there was only the night breeze, nothing else to brace himself on. Damn it! Xionghu tried to regain his balance, stabilizing his stance again. However, he can only look in hopelessness as another arrow flew at him screaming. The fierce arrow finally took Xionghu with it, flying out from the 22-story height, drew a parabola across the sky, and fell down a bit far away. Not just a master, even a grandmaster falling from a 22-story height will die without any doubt. Unless you reach the rank of martial eminence, forging your bones to be as strong as golden steel that doesn't fear strong impact, can you survive? Gu Qingshan walked to the place where Xionghu stood before and picked up the communicator that fell on the ground. "Nya Yun?" A mad screaming voice in the communicator. "Bastard, you dare to kill my family's steward, you're in big trouble now, prepare to die soon." Gu Qingshan looked at the image feed in the communicator, suddenly spoke, "You seem to be at the biggest casino in the city district. If so, can you please stay right there for a while?" Nya Yun baffled, "What do you mean?" "Wait there for a moment, I'll come kill you right away." Gu Qingshan finished his words and threw the communicator out from the 22nd floor. He glanced at the thug curled up in the corner, then turned around to leave. When the thug saw that, he couldn't help but ask, "I'm no more use to you. You really won't kill me? What I asked you to do, you have already done, so you've earned back your life." Done speaking, Gu Qingshan continued to go out, soon disappearing down the stairs. The thug's face showed struggle, then he sighed and rushed out. He shouted, "Wait, you can't go to your death. Nya family's masters are as numerous as the clouds, there are also grandmasters and supernaturalists." In the casino. Nya Yun just stared at the communicator, speechless for a while. "Young Master Nya, I'm sorry to say but it seems that I won," the sunglasses man said. Nya Yun suddenly stood up and ran out. A short moment after, a gorgeous droplet-shaped shuttle rose from the casino and quickly vanished. The sunglasses man stared at the shuttle leaving and laughed mockingly, acting so high and mighty, yet scared away by a single sentence. His face suddenly became serious, turned around and bowed, "Your Highness, please show a little restraint during the mission." The beautiful woman behind him slowly stood up, looking down at the blazing flame in her hands. The flames gathered on her hands, forming a silent skull, exuding the heavy darkness of death. The beautiful woman looked at the skull in her hand for a while. "It's so troublesome having to hide my identity." As she closed her palm, the flame also disappeared without a trace. Chapter 11, Investigating. After a while, the beautiful woman whispered, "Go get the video surveillance footage from that apartment, I want to watch the battle again." The sunglasses man finally breathed a sigh of relief, but curiously asked, "It's just a master-level battle. What is there to watch?" The woman was silent for a moment and answered, "That boy was a bit strange, I want to take another look." The sunglasses man swiftly got the surveillance footage and started showing it from the beginning. "Stop," the woman said. As the sunglasses man pressed the pause button, the image stops. This was the last moment of the battle, the split second that Gu Qingshan used his full spirit energy to infuse the arrow. "Look," the woman narrowed her eyes, pointing at the arrowhead. "The air is always sensitive, any force that makes contact with the air will make it react." The sunglasses man carefully looked, barely seeing on the arrowhead, two transparent ripples are formed on both sides. He shook his head and said, "I've never seen such a thing before. Is it another unknown superpower?" "Very interesting, although this power looks weak, it gives me a unique feeling." The beautiful woman stares at the screen. "We have to find a way to get in touch with this poor student." The long night finally ended. Changnan, a high-class residential district. "You don't want to avenge your companion?" Gu Qingshan looked at the thug with a smile that's not smiling. Wang Ming, the thug, shook his head and said, "We were all people lured by the reward money, working together was temporary, before that I didn't know any of them." Wang Ming threw him a bunch of keys and said, "You spared my life, but the only thing I can do for you is give you a secret place like this to rest. After all, the Nya family is too powerful." Gu Qingshan took the keys, looked at the man in front of him unexpectedly and said, "Thank you for your kindness, then I will leave first." Wang Ming was a bit confused, quickly asked, "Leave to go where?" "To work." "To work?" Wang Ming couldn't catch up with the conversation. "Well, you have to work to earn money, to have food to eat, Plus I heard there's all sorts of things in university that require you to spend money, Gu Qingshan seriously replied. As a civilian without any backers, wanting to go to a state-sanctioned university, not only is the tuition very high, but they also require a certain amount of merit. Plus his elective major is mech study, whose tuition cost is several times that of other majors. Gu Qingshan have took on several jobs to make money, at the same time accumulated a large amount of personal merit to prepare for future education necessities. Wang Ming seriously wondered if his ears have gone bad and he actually heard wrong. This boy in front of him, capable of killing 5 hitmen in one breath. Even a martial masters got completely manipulated into a trap and died, falling from the 22nd floor and turned into mush. A person like that still have to work an actual job to earn money to maintain their livelihood? TN, as in, not sponsored or provided by anyone. From what he said, he's also about to enter college. Wang Ming has lived for more than 30 years, but for the first time today, he feels that his common sense has been flipped on its head. I'll accept the keys. Gu Qingshan, after taking the key and thought for a bit, said, I'll give you some advice. Right now immediately flee from Changning County. Go all the way east to Fuxi Republic. Why? Wang Ming asked. Last night's incident must have already been known. I still have some protection from working at Su family's company. Nia family already failed once, so they likely will not move against me again without absolute confidence. But you are different. You're just a hitman that can't show himself in public. If you don't leave, you could die at any time. Gu Qingshan continued, you're more suited to making friends and doing business, not this cold-blooded career of a hitman. If you stay here, even if you don't get killed by Nia family, you will still one day be killed by someone else. Wang Ming stood silent for a long while, then said, then I am leaving now, we'll meet again if fate allows it. Swift decision without any hesitation or back and forth. This person's personality is not bad. Gu Qingshan nodded, silently complimented him and left the room. Half an hour later, he arrived at the sky-high technology building. Swiping his card as normal and entered the building, swiped again to enter the underground facilities. After the iris certification and fingerprint authentication, changing into work clothes, he received his work ID card, headed into the elevator and went directly to the underground 50th floor. As the elevator door opens, a familiar electronic sound is heard. Changning Steel Mech R&D Department welcomes you, number 41157. Gu Qingshan swiftly walked in. Across from him, there were several 5-meter-high steel mech armors. Many people in overalls were busy working on the mechs and discussing between themselves. This is the largest mecha-based R&D center in Changning, and the core industry of Changning's Su family. Even if they are Su family members, without expertise in this area, they will also be refused entry. Gu Qingshan looked at the cold fighting machines, feeling a sense of excitement in his heart. This is the product of human civilization, the crystallization of science and technology born from the crossing of countless frontier sciences, and representing this world's most powerful fighting force. Shuttles and helicopters, in front of the war mechs cast from steel, are simply too dull to even look at. These fantastic ice-cold machinery have an irresistible appeal to every man alive. Number 41157, Application for Research. Gu Qingshan said. Please describe the content of your work, so your holobrain can be registered. Power control of the electro-hydraulic drive of number 2 machine. Number 41157, your application has been approved, the time is 6 days, your accommodation room is 4009, please pay attention to eating on time, work and rest appropriately to ensure good health. Thank you. Gu Qingshan can finally relax. As expected, he can stay here for 6 days in a row. If the project is completed well enough, there will also be corresponding rewards. This place is absolutely safe, unless Fuxi Republic suddenly comes to invade the Confederate, and the whole of Changning County goes under siege. Nia family's hands could not reach even here. 6 days later is already the university entrance examination. After finishing the exams, I can freely flee to wherever I want. As for now,
let's fully concentrate on studying mechs with absolute peace of mind.
Gu Qingshan, almost leaping with his steps, couldn't wait anymore and went straight to a mechanical armor.
In the past life, I've made quite a few good things too.
In addition, humanity kept on advancing technology for more than 10 years. I also never stopped my research on mechs.
With so many years of constant study and research, my current expertise probably far exceeds this era. The facilities here are so good, some previous research ideas can probably be verified.
Outside the Changning Steel Mech Company, on top of another tall building, the sunglasses man stood at the highest point, opened the communicator and reluctantly reported the matters concerning Gu Qingshan.
You mean, he's also a serious mech researcher?
The cold female voice came from the communicator, accompanied by the sound of a tapping keyboard.
Yes, Your Highness, the security here is very strict. Even if I risk exposing my ability, I'm afraid I won't be able to bring him out. Worst case, we might even risk a war.
That's okay, come back, no need to go through so much trouble, we can use the formal method, the female voice said, contemplating.
What do you mean by the formal method?
The sunglasses man cautiously asked. He can't help being so careful. The last time she said that, the formal method used was to declare war.
Thinking about what transpired afterwards at that time, the sunglasses man still shakes in fear.
You can rest assured, I am going to declare an official visit, that way I won't have to use a fake identity.
The sunglasses man was relieved, asked again, what about our mission? What mission?
Taking some of the top talents from the Confederate, Your Highness.
That's that we are doing. Sunglasses man's face shows disbelief and said, this kid can be regarded as top talent?
On the other side of the communicator, the woman whose beauty knows no equal was quickly operating two virtual light screens as she answered, I've calculated, his unknown ability increased the kinetic energy of the arrow by quite the amazing amount. In addition, you should take a look at the paper he published in the Federal Science and Technology magazine regarding mechs simulating human behavior. The woman stared at the information on the light screens, gently licking her lips. Her face showed a hint of excitement, looking like a cat who was about to catch her favorite fish.
Chapter 12, Monster 1.
The woman thought for a while and added, put a surveillance robot at your position. The sunglasses man hesitated, these things are very expensive, we only have a limited amount on our hands. The woman insisted, put one on him, he's worth this much. Very well, as you wish, Your Highness. The sunglasses man shook his head, carefully took out a small silver box, gently placing it on a secret spot atop of the building. As soon as the small box was put down, it immediately became hidden. The sunglasses man shrugged and took out a micro-holobrain. Come, show me the staff information of Changning Steel Mech Technology Company.
Countless personal information started showing on the holobrain one by one. The sunglasses man clicked on one of the avatars that appeared. A young and handsome face, showing a unique vitality of youth. Yes, that's him. The sunglasses man's hands quickly tapped on the keyboard, showing a progress bar on the screen.
The micro-holobrain began to read Gu Qingshan's personal data. The sunglasses man raised his hand to look at his watch, mockingly complained, 15 seconds to track me, what a garbage security system, Changning Su family really don't care for its employees.
After only 7 seconds, the sunglasses man got the information he needed and decisively shut down the intrusion system.
He continuously clicked on Gu Qingshan's personal data, quickly singled out his unique biological bands and vital signs.
Gu Qingshan, you can't run away now. The sunglasses man smiled and entered Gu Qingshan's information into the surveillance robot.
That evening, Gu Qingshan ended a day of research, had dinner and took a walk in the company's artificial main stadium. Looking up at the sky, the shroud of night is already descending, the moon is hanging high, and the stars are shining like diamonds.
Breezy and cool, a great evening.
Gu Qingshan silently squinted, his Dantian spirit energy moved, covering his eyes in an instant. The scenery before his eyes suddenly changed, streaks of dark gray smoke floating in the sky, smooth as satin, silently sweeping close.
Gu Qingshan frowned.
These dark gray smoke are the essence of Huangquan. The signs of the apocalypse have already appeared.
Less than a year left, Gu Qingshan muttered. He quickened his steps and returned to the personal room arranged by the company. Since his return yesterday night, it should already be a day. It's time to enter the other world again. Gu Qingshan called out the game interface and looked at the time on the hourglass. Right as the last bit of sand fell, a curtain of light flashed. Gu Qingshan disappeared from the room. Early morning. Gu Qingshan was standing under the roof, seeming to have only left for a single moment, once again came back to this other world. Outside the outpost, the demon beast's body was still lying there, the arrow wounds all over his body leaking blood. Gu Qingshan found himself still holding the bow forward, kneeling on one knee, facing the military camp gate to shoot. It's like he never left at all. Gu Qingshan stood up and shouted, "Zhao Lu." There was no movement, and no one responded. Gu Qingshan reluctantly said again, "Zhao Lu, it's over, come out." Quite a while later, Zhao Lu, still shaking, finally came behind Gu Qingshan. He poked his head from behind Gu Qingshan's shoulder and looked out. Is it dead? Already dead. Come help me bring it in. Zhao Lu looked at the monster, and then looked at Gu Qingshan, and said, "Brother Gu, I didn't know you were so strong." Gu Qingshan answered, "Less nonsense, more work. Get the tools, we're bringing the demon beast back to the military camp." Zhao Lu, seemingly a bit more courageous, looked at the monster again and said happily, "Motherfucker, this big one is enough for us to eat for a month." Gu Qingshan nodded, his heart a bit more settled. Demon beast meat contains ample blood energy. Even an ordinary person who eats it will be able to strengthen the bones and muscles, increasing strength. His wounds were only healed with 2 healing pills. As soon as he returned to reality, he fought 2 battles in a row. The second one was even against a martial master, almost completely exhausting all his mental power and strength. At this moment, Gu Qingshan can detect the faint pain in his body. The wounds that just healed, once again showing signs of reopening. In this situation, if you can keep eating demon beast meat and rest for a while, it will benefit the body greatly. Zhao Lu quickly ran into the kitchen and taking out a large net bag, long rope, boning knife, and other tools. The two were ready to go outside the outpost. Gu Qingshan asked while walking, "Why didn't you bury the dead people in front of the camp?" In the end, they were all comrades. Zhao Lu complained, "Before, the commander simply didn't care. What can a cook like me do? If I left the outpost alone to dig, if I happen to run into some sort of monster, I'll die for sure." Gu Qingshan patted him on the shoulder and said, "When the monster is brought in, go with me to bury the dead." Zhao Lu hesitated, not saying anything. Gu Qingshan said again, "The putrid smell of blood from the dead pit is too strong. If it attracts a powerful demon that can see through the invisibility formation of the outpost, you and I both will end up dead." "That is, fine." Zhao Lu thought about the scene, finally gritted his teeth and answered. The two walked to the gate of the military camp, Zhao Lu already half a step out of the outpost, but suddenly, Gu Qingshan pulled his collar back, which made almost him fall down face first. Zhao Lu, annoyed, "Brother Gu, what are you doing?" Gu Qingshan raised his hand and made a gesture of silence. Zhao Lu still wanted to complain, but seeing Gu Qingshan's face full of seriousness, his heart sank and didn't say anything more. He stood up and lowered his voice and asked, "What happened?" Gu Qingshan pointed to the otter outside the camp. After several days of heavy rain, a disc-sized puddle was formed on the ground. Right now, the rain suddenly stopped, but the ripples on the puddles continued, as if something was disturbing it from underneath. Gu Qingshan pulled Zhao Lu and retreated 7 to 8 steps backwards. It's still silent outside the outpost. After a few more moments, the water in the puddle returned to calm. Zhao Lu held his breath and waited for a long time without seeing any movements. Right then, he breathed a sigh of relief, smiled wanting to speak. But he didn't say anything. Because Gu Qingshan covered his mouth, immediately retreated a few dozens more meters, stopping all the way back at the other end of the outpost.
Gu Qingshan pressed him into the mud, himself also laid down and smeared black mud all over his body. A few days of rain have already softened the soil. Gu Qingshan only need to grab to get a handful. While smearing it over himself, he also gestured to Zhao Lu to do the same. Although Zhao Lu is a kitchen staff, many daily chores are done by him alone, but after all, he has not been through this kind of suffering, so he can't help but want to stand up. He arched his back to stand up, but suddenly fell down in the black mud again. This time his whole body was covered with muddy water, no need to be smeared on anymore. Zhao Lu planted his hands on the ground, only to feel the ground shaking. He himself cannot do anything, not even stand up. The earth is shaking violently. Zhao Lu's horrified, opened his mouth to scream only to once again fall into the mud. Is the earth dragon turning over? Zhao Lu looked at Gu Qingshan full of questions, but he only saw him looking at the direction of the dead pit, still fully concentrating. Zhao Lu followed Gu Qingshan's gaze only to see an unforgettable scene. A foot. A giant foot so big it fills his entire line of sight, and is several times larger than the entire military outpost. As this foot stepped on a dense forest outside the outpost, all the trees were razed to the ground. Looking up the foot, the thick leg extends deep into the dark clouds, his eyes unable to see the end. Zhao Lu is stunned looking at this scene. Only then did he understand that there was no earth dragon to turn its body, it was simply this foot stepping on the ground, and the impact caused the earth to shake. Then, an even more insane scene unfolds. Note: Huangquan, literally Golden River, the equivalent of river Styx in Chinese mythology. It's more commonly used to refer to hell itself, rather than the actual river in hell, which have a different name. Chapter 13, Monster 2. Another huge foot stretched down from the black clouds, stomping right next to the dead pit, and caused another small earthquake. The two people hidden in the mud were almost shaken off the ground. A horrid giant hand appeared from the clouds, in a single handful, took the entire dead pit together with the demon beast the size of a small hill away. The giant hand slowly retracted, returning to the clouds. The dull chewing sounds almost seemed like thunder from above. The sky once again darkened as cold, black blood poured down like rain, soaking the empty field in front of the outpost into a deathly black color, giving off a putrid foul smell. After a while, the chewing sounds in the clouds stopped, same with the raining black blood. The two giant feet continued forward into the distance, each step resounding through the earth. In just a few steps, they already left the sight of Gu Qingshan and Zhao Lu. Zhao Lu, baffled, asked, "What kind of monster was that?" Gu Qingshan's heart sinks all the way to the bottom, muttering, "So even it already appeared." Zhao Lu kept repeating himself, "What monster was that? What kind of monster was that?" Gu Qingshan ignored him, thinking silently. The faceless giant, an extremely rare demon, a powerful chaotic species. The faceless giant doesn't usually come out. Only when the demon army has encircled a humanity stronghold for too long, will it receive the order to attack and break the stalemate. From the memory of his past life, this is still the last year of peace. The first wave of demon invasion had only just begun. Why did a powerhouse like Faceless Giant appear already? This was only the first all-out war between humanity and demon, one that took a whole year to reach a conclusion. Gu Qingshan remembers this very clearly. In the final battle of this year-long war, hundreds of millions of players wasn't able to take down the Faceless Giant, and could only watch helplessly as the Faceless Giant destroyed the border town. At that time, the players have only just entered the game for half a year, both their level and gear were very unremarkable. The appearance of the Faceless Giant brought a deep sense of powerlessness to all players. In the end, it was a plot character called the First Immortal King that finally defeated this demon. But at that time, the border town was already destroyed, human troops were already defeated and scattered, so they had to retreat from the map, giving up a large area of rich land as a buffer. In the first campaign, humanity was beaten into retreat just like that. However, right now is still only the last year of peace, the war had only just begun, both humanity and demonkind were still testing out one another. For the Faceless Giant to appear at this time, the plot isn't right.
Unless something that Gu Qingshan doesn't know about happened.
Gu Qingshan felt a shroud of mist in his mind, himself unable to tear it open to see the truth. Zhao Lu's eyes are still dull, still repeating the same sentence.
What kind of monster was that?
Gu Qingshan struck the back of Zhao Lu's neck and let him faint. Zhao Lu was stimulated too intensely, his mind already going haywire.
It's better for him to take a break.
The first time seeing a monster like the faceless giant, even players were deeply shocked. Not to mention, this is a real world and not at all a game, and Zhao Lu is just an ordinary person. Suddenly seeing such a demon, he could very well have been scared mindless. Gu Qingshan took Zhao Lu into the barracks, threw him on a marching bed, and turned back to the outpost gates.
Since the faceless giant appeared, maybe its accompanying units will as well.
Not even 15 minutes later, a demon squad showed itself. With a single horn on its head, the gray flame serpent slithers across the forest, moving so quick that it was almost unseen, only leaving a burning trace on the ground. On its back, a humanoid monster sat, wearing gray heavy armor, both hands and feet made of claws, no facial features, only a big bloody mouth that splits open all the way to the back of the head.
Mad bloodthirster. If it is ever allowed to breach into the human army line, it can cause a small massacre.
After the first gray flame serpent appeared, more quickly followed, on the back of each of them sat a bloodthirster.
1, 2, 3, a total of 20. Gu Qingshan held his breath and stood inside the outpost, silently counting.
The demon squad quickly swept past the outpost, chasing in the direction of the faceless giant, disappearing into the jungle. Through all that, the outpost was not discovered, which was really fortunate.
But Gu Qingshan couldn't feel any joy.
Grey Flame Serpent is the king of assassination within demon beasts, their actions silent, as well as being able to use fire of the 5 elementals by birth, extremely difficult opponents to deal with.
Not to mention the bloodthirsters' demons that are controlling them.
The general of this outpost was killed at the hands of a few of those bloodthirsters. In the military, there is an unwritten rule: if the soldiers encounter a bloodthirster demon while doing their mission, they can immediately give up the task without being punished by their superiors.
Because only the generals can fight against this kind of demon. 20 gray flame serpents and 20 bloodthirster can launch a devastating surprise attack on any army. Yet they all follow the pace of the faceless giant, quietly moving. This is a big deal.
Just as Gu Qingshan was thinking that, suddenly he noticed a small bird perched on the tree branches outside the outpost. This bird has a human face, only looking to rest on the branch for a short time, and would then chase after the faceless giant again. So tired, go catch up," the strange man-faced bird complained. It spreads its wings, shakes off the blood on its body, using its short beak to tend to a long wound under its wings. The wound is very deep, blood still dripping out from time to time. Gu Qingshan stared at the wound of the strange bird, after thinking for only a moment, raised his bow and pulled the strings.
Rapid fire. 3 arrows in a row, followed by 6, and finally 12, cutting off all escape routes.
Shooting these 21 arrows in one breath, Gu Qingshan's hands are shaking even with his stable skill. In that moment, Gu Qingshan fully used all his power.
Once you've decided to act, you can't give the enemy any chance to live. Otherwise, this kind of intelligent bird monster will definitely alert the demon army.
The sharp arrows turned into killer shadows, flying out of the outpost and straight at the strange bird. The first 3 arrows, only one of them hit the strange bird, forcing it to struggle to fly up. Its 2 wings quickly rose and dodged the next 6 arrows, but ended completely surrounded by the 12 final arrows, turning into a sieve.
Soul points +2, current soul point 3 out of 5.
You have mastered the skill stable, successfully broke through in battle. The skill is upgraded to solid. A warm feeling flowed into his arms, not going away for a while after. A growth skill? Gu Qingshan was mildly surprised, immediately took out an arrow, put it on the bowstrings and pulled. His arms were completely still, not even a slight tremble. Gu Qingshan tried moving, running, and even rushed forward and backward, but no matter what he did, it didn't affect the stillness of his aim. His hands are steady, as if this was the correct and only aiming posture since ancient times. A great skill. Putting down the bow and arrow, Gu Qingshan evaluated what he found out just now. It wasn't a legendary growth skill, but an evolution of a common skill. But that's still very good. Stable is a primary skill, solid is a slightly more powerful primary skill. War God Skills is able to transform a primary skill into another, more powerful skill. This ability really is full of surprises. The skill Solid at first glance seems to only increase the stability of his actions, but the practical effect of it is great. From now on, even if Gu Qingshan is moving quickly in combat, his hands will not tremble even a little, giving him the ability to keep pressing his attack under various combat situations. In the face of a powerful monster with slow movement, he can employ a hit-and-run tactic, without worrying about his shooting action being messed up during violent, quick movements. Gu Qingshan put away the bow, went out to drag the demon bird back into the outpost, made a fire and threw it in. No matter how strange and mysterious a demon is, after being burned to ash it will no longer be any trouble. Ha! What is this? Gu Qingshan checked the ash after the flame burned out, mildly surprised. What he saw was a blood-colored jade piece, lying in the ashes. Chapter 14, Desire. Gu Qingshan picked up the blood-colored jade piece, carefully observed it for a while before infusing it with spirit energy, bit by bit. Suddenly a disembodied voice rang from the jade piece. The target continued shifting southward, eastward 762, southward 94, command, Faceless Giant, Bloodthirster Squad on full pursuit. Gu Qingshan listened and suddenly understood. This is the Demon Army's secret dispatch order, a badge to transmit order for the army on the field. It seems that the strange bird was a Demon Army messenger, specializing in information transmission and mobilization of troops. A messenger have to be extremely fast. When flying in full force, that bird can move as quick as lightning. If it wasn't already seriously injured, Gu Qingshan would definitely not be able to strike it down. Without the real-time information and commands from the strange bird, the demon hit squad will definitely deviate from the targets they are tracking. Gu Qingshan looked a bit at the blood-colored jade piece and put it into his inventory bag. Who could predict that he actually ruined the dispatch of the demon army completely by accident? The demon bird is dead. That should be able to give the Faceless Giant and Bloodthirster some trouble for a while. My own cultivation is still too low, so I can only contribute so much, Gu Qingshan sighs. This can't go on, I have to change my situation as soon as possible. Power, I need power. At this moment, Gu Qingshan's eyes are full of determination and desire. Washing off the black mud, he went to check on Zhao Lu, only to see that he's still passed out. Gu Qingshan replenished his arrows, strapped the military bow to his back, and left the outpost. It wasn't until evening that Gu Qingshan dragged a demon beast back to the outpost. He didn't actually go too far, but because his cultivation was too low, he had to employ all of his hiding skills, went around the outpost's perimeter, dodging a few fierce demon beast sights, finally able to hunt a few low-level smaller beasts. These monsters are ranked the lowest of the low, suitable for the first few stages of Qi training to take on. With the measly strength he has as a Qi training stage 2 cultivator, it took all the arrows in the quiver, as well as adding some more wounds to his body for him to manage to kill a few. This can't be helped. In the past life, players that wanted to hunt demon beast at the start of the game also had to form large teams, using all their strength just to take down a single one. And even though it's called a smaller beast, it still easily weighs 300 or 400 pounds, extremely hard for a normal person to even budge, let alone carry. The storage bag has limited space, and in order to keep his mobility, Gu Qingshan only took one of them back. He just left the rest of them there on the spot. The jungle is always dangerous. The heavy bloody smell on the corpses of demon beast will quickly attract many predators. The war god system also seemed to treat hunting low-level beasts with scorn, as a whole day of hunting only gave Gu Qingshan a total of 1 soul point. He only has a total of 4 soul points right now, but his experience value isn't quite as bad, having already reached 10 points.
meaning he can level up again. The smaller beast that was dragged back should be enough for him and Zhao Lu to eat for a while. If it wasn't for the fact that there isn't enough spirit stone to maintain the invisibility formation, they could stay for at least a dozen more days. When Gu Qingshan returned to the outpost, Zhao Lu was already awake. Zhao Lu stood at the gate with a desperate look on his face. Only when he saw Gu Qingshan and the body of the smaller beast behind him did vitality return to his face. Zhao Lu bowed his waist, staring straight at the smaller beast, almost unable to move his eyes. He said, "Brother Gu, thank you for before, you can go rest, I'll deal with this beast, guaranteed you'll be satisfied with the meal tonight." "Take it." Gu Qingshan left the beast there, returned to the room, sat in a meditation position and closed his eyes. Current experience points, 10 out of 10. Do you want to level up? Yes. With Gu Qingshan's choice confirmed, his body's blood essence quickly rose, as well as his spirit energy also rising, but inside him a checkpoint was blocking the spirit energy flow, not letting them pass. Being able to sense the presence of the checkpoint means that the time to break through it is ripe. This is an opportunity to break through to the next level. Gu Qingshan's body naturally went into a state of breakthrough. Fu! Breathing out the blocked gas, Gu Qingshan felt a wave of pleasure washing through his body. Success, he finally broke through to Qi Training Stage 3. Gu Qingshan immediately recollects the spirit energy, carefully spreading it around his body meridians, slowly taking care of his body. He has too many minor injuries, so he can't be careless. While caring for his body with spirit energy, he looked at the UI. Current experience points, 0/15. To level up again, he needs to go out and hunt again. Gu Qingshan can only feel an unprecedented sense of urgency in his heart. The Faceless Giant is equal to a high-tier rejuvenation rank cultivator in strength, an existence that Gu Qingshan can only look up to right now. With the strength of the Faceless Giant, the outpost should already be discovered, but since there are only 2 weak ants in the outpost, it simply couldn't be bothered to do anything. This feeling of your own life and death being in the hands of a demon doesn't feel good at all. Gu Qingshan walked back and forth for a bit and made up his mind. This won't do. I have to keep grinding to level up and rush to the rank of Foundation Establishment. From Qi Training to Foundation Establishment, from Foundation Establishment to Golden Core, pretty much at every major rank up, there is a chance to gain a superpower. Of course, having a chance means you can also fail and gain nothing. There are 4 types of superpowers in this world, all of them exactly the same as reality. They are in order: martial art, 5 elemental supernaturalist, God's chosen, and heaven's descended. A martial arts superpower stimulates the latent power in the body, and the power boost is nothing to laugh at. For sword cultivators and body cultivators, these are most suitable. 5 elemental supernaturalist stimulates the spirituality of the body, which is used to open up the main 5 elemental roots, or a mutated elemental root, and enables their use in a fight. God's chosen skills have all sorts of shape and form. Gu Qingshan himself knows only a few thousand of them. This kind of superpower is innate, completely depending on luck. It is impossible to predict, so no need to mention it here. As for Heaven Ascended, this is a title, specifically used to call people who have divine skills. The so-called divine skills are things that can flip the heaven and earth, perform incredible miracles, changing the common sense, to reverse the tide of fate, orchestrating the fall of the stars, causing the end of all things. Such skills are completely beyond the reach of ordinary players. Even in this other world, only the most powerful human cultivators have divine skills. Gu Qingshan doesn't expect himself to awaken a God's chosen skill, not to mention divine skills. He doesn't even hope to open one of the 5 elemental roots. He only wants to get a martial arts superpower to greatly increase his pure fighting strength. For the sake of his own life, he has to get a superpower. Gu Qingshan is filled with a desire to be stronger, but is still very calm and collected, constantly using spirit energy to care for his injuries. His injuries is not yet healed, both his body and spirit are very tired, so he can't force himself to go out wrestling between life and death with demon beasts. Taking time to sharpen your blade won't dull your wood-cutting skills,
giving yourself time to rest is necessary.
Tien, this idiom isn't translated that well. Basically, he's saying rushing things won't do you any good.
About 2 hours later, Zhao Lu came. A whole table full of rich and juicy grilled demon beast meat, accompanied by light rice porridge. Gu Qingshan and Zhao Lu had their fill, packed everything up appropriately and sat around the charcoal fire to talk.
Are there any swords in the outpost? Gu Qingshan asked.
At Qi Training Stage 3, you can slowly begin to practice the sword. A bow for ranged attacks and a sword for melee. This is Gu Qingshan's vision of his way of fighting for this life.
Sword?
Zhao Lu shook his head. Only officers can carry a sword, but the officers in the outpost are already dead. Their weapons were thrown in the dead pit together with them. The dead pit was swallowed whole by the faceless giant, not even a bit of slag is left.
Gu Qingshan could only sigh helplessly.
Once he was a sword cultivator, yet after returning he hasn't even had a sword to touch. How laughable.
Chapter 15, A Choice. Gu Qingshan didn't give up and continued asking, what about the outpost itself?
Everyone is dead, but the military reserve is still there. Are there no weapon left?
Zhao Lu answered,
I have the key to the reserve room, but I don't use weapons, so I've never been inside.
How about you come check with me?
Gu Qingshan said with pleasure, gladly. The two of them went to the reserve room, checking it with a candle. Each and every row of the weapon shelves were empty. Walking from start to end, all they saw was a half-broken machete on the final row. Gu Qingshan furrowed his brows, checks around the wall again to find a hidden wall sunken lock.
Behind the sunken lock should be where the high-rank officers keep high-grade items.
This part is the same as in his past life. In the past life, whenever players find an abandoned cultivator stronghold, the first thing they do is to find leftover treasures. After a while, the methods and tricks were compiled into an actual science.
Towards the later stages of the game, even a profession called treasure hunter was born. Gu Qingshan looks a bit at the sunken lock and was sure.
He said, this place's sunken lock is relatively high grade, probably only the commanding general had the keys. Zhao Lu, a bit surprised, looking at the lock, can't help but said, but the general already died in battle.
Gu Qingshan, do you know where his personal quarters are?
I do.
Come, let's go check it out.
The two of them searched the general's room for a while. Finally it was Gu Qingshan that found the key. Taking the key back to the reserve room, Gu Qingshan opened the sunken lock. All that was inside was a small booklet and dirty-looking plate. The plate had numerous cracks, many of the inscriptions on it already started to fall off.
A formation plate?
Gu Qingshan's heart skipped a beat, quickly walked forward and picked it up.
Low-level formation plate, damage, psychedelic formation inscribed.
To comprehend psychedelic formation usage method, soul point cost, 17. 17 soul points, much higher than the maximum amount Gu Qingshan can have. Basically impossible for him to learn right now.
But Gu Qingshan's focus isn't that.
Flipping the plate around, Gu Qingshan pressed a center crucial point on the plate, opening a compartment in it.
Light blue light droplets fell from the plate, scattering on the ground.
Gu Qingshan pressed another place on the plate, dropping even more light droplets.
Spirit stones.
Zhao Lu shouted in joy, immediately crouched down to pick them up. Gu Qingshan's heart also relaxes a bit. Even though the formation plate was broken, the spirit stones placed for power were almost unused. Even the spare spirit stones stored inside were untouched. It's likely that no one else but the commanding officer who died an unexpected death knew about this, and that's why these spirit stones still remain.
What a pleasant surprise.
After picking up all the spirit stones and counted, the total was a whopping 75 stones. This way, the invisibility formation of the outpost can hold out for a couple dozen for days. Gu Qingshan put the plate down, picking up the booklet and flipped through.
Military Qi Training Method.
First stage, Itsuchi.
Second stage, Inmen.
Third stage, Shaoshang. Fourth stage, Taiyin. Fifth stage, Shuzhong.
6th stage, Linka. 7th stage, Shintang. To comprehend the first 3 stages, soul points cost 1. To comprehend the 4th and 5th stages, soul points cost 2. To comprehend the 6th stage, soul points cost 3. To comprehend the 7th stage, soul points cost 6.
This is the military cultivation method, the most common of all cultivation methods, incomparable to secret cultivation methods from big sects and clans. But this kind of cultivation method also has its advantages. First is that your foundation will be incredibly firm, aiding the breakthrough to foundation establishment realm. The second is that people who uses this cultivation method are everywhere, making it inconspicuous. This is like someone giving you a pillow just as you were feeling sleepy, but don't you usually use experience points to level up? How come soul points can be used as well? As Gu Qingshan was thinking, his War God UI was already showing a shining line of text. Complete cultivation method found. War God UI preparations complete. From now on, the user can choose to use soul points instead of experience points to level up. Soul points have high exclusivity. Once you used soul points, you cannot use experience points to level up anymore. Please choose carefully. Talk about flexible. As long as you have the method to level up will be the same as comprehending skills, only requiring soul points. In that case, soul points just became much more important. Gu Qingshan looks at his War God UI and contemplates. What exactly are soul points? He asked. War God UI responds, the most fundamental power of all beings, the origin of the soul. Fundamental and origin, those two words, are extremely rare in-game, always representing an extreme limit. This type of extreme power must have its own characteristics. Gu Qingshan began to seriously think about it. In later stages of the game, the amount of experience points needed for each level becomes an astronomical number, becoming invisible shackles for the large amount of players. But soul points seems to be a higher quality power. Choosing soul points will naturally free him from the known shackles of experience points, but what the road ahead is like becomes an unknown. However, thinking about the numerous players who can all be called prodigies, none of them could reach the highest peak of fighting strength in the other world until the very end. And experience points had to be the biggest culprit for that. He already had his chance to do things over. Would he still need to walk on this failed path? But this is also a huge gamble. Gu Qingshan finally decided and spoke with conviction, I choose to level up using soul points. The user has chosen soul points, going one step closer towards becoming War God. Please keep working hard. Following the cold system voice, the experience points column on Gu Qingshan's UI disappeared, leaving only soul points left. Gu Qingshan silently stared at his UI, tucking the booklet into his chest. As the two people left the reserve room to go back to the barracks, Zhao Lu couldn't stop smiling. Separating, each of them returned to their own room. Gu Qingshan closed the door, sat down on the bed, leaving the military chi training method booklet on his knee. Gu Qingshan already passed the first 3 ranks of Tsuchi, Inmen, Xiaoshan, so he went ahead and took a look at the 4th and 5th ranks. Already having a cultivation guide book, to increase his strength, to increase the maximum soul points, this is his best choice. Gu Qingshan isn't an indecisive person, already made his choice, he said. I choose to comprehend the 4th stage, Taiyin breakthrough method. Comprehension began, consumed 2 soul points, current soul points, 2 out of 5. Heat flows from the booklet into Gu Qingshan's thought sea. In only one breath, the spirit energy guiding method, the breathing rhythm required to break through the checkpoint, the method to circulate blood essence, all deeply imprinted in Gu Qingshan's mind. Gu Qingshan closes his eyes, silently guided his spirit energy, attacking the checkpoint in his body. It's almost like he's already a stage 4 cultivator, only revisiting this process again. The military chi training method is simple and rough, but there's absolutely no mistakes or omissions, ensuring safe cultivation. His spirit energy gathers at the checkpoint, suddenly contracts, and then expand, easily breaking through his Taiyin. Gu Qingshan checks himself, seeing the spirit energy slowly turning in his dantian already became one size bigger.
Chapter 16, Continuous Breakthroughs. Maximum soul points +1, current soul point limit, 6, current soul points, 2/6.
With the help of soul points, Gu Qingshan, just like the people of this world, leveled up with cultivation. A player that doesn't rely on experience to level up, this is something that has never happened before in the history of the game. Gu Qingshan was afraid there would be problems, so he carefully checked himself again, surprised to find that his spirit energy is already full. When leveling up with experience points, it takes a lot of time to nurse the dantian, slowly filling up the new energy limit after breaking through. Who could predict using soul points to break through would immediately put him at full spirit energy? It seems that soul point really is high quality, so I've won the gamble. In that case, with his foundation, he can still keep on breaking through. Let's hurry it up, again. Gu Qingshan decided to no longer waste time thinking, once again command his spirit energy to circulate his body just as he learned from the booklet, quickly finding the 5th checkpoint. This checkpoint is called the Shuzhong point. Gu Qingshan tried for a while, almost breaking through several times, but always falling short at the end. He stood up, walked a few laps around the room to readjust his mind, took a deep breath and sat down again. Consume 2 soul points, comprehend the 5th stage, Shuzhong cultivation method. Consumption complete, current soul points, 0/6. This time not letting him down, using the method comprehended in his thought see, he was able to immediately break through the 5th checkpoint, Shuzhong. Gu Qingshan's inner spirit energy quickly rises again non-stop. When it finally calmed down, his total spirit energy was already twice that of Qi training stage 4. Before, when he killed Xionghu, Gu Qingshan still had to be a bit clever, but if it was him right now, a single arrow is probably enough to obliterate Xionghu. He's now a Qi training stage 5 practitioner, finally caught up to his cultivator peers in this world. This is already very remarkable, as even in this cultivator world, for a 16 to 17 years old adolescents to reach Qi training stage 5 isn't an easy task. Maximum soul points +1, current soul point limit, 7, current soul points, 0/7. His maximum soul point have increased from 6 to 7. Gu Qingshan looked at his soul points, thinking about the 2 remaining skills on the military bow. Since his maximum soul point has increased, he's no longer in a rush to comprehend precision. If he can save up 6 soul points, he can comprehend the final skill Swallows Fly Twice instead. His past life's cultivation was no more, but his knowledge and eyes are still there. 1. Precision can improve the hit rate and accuracy, a must-have skill, but Swallows Fly Twice is obviously a powerful archery attack skill. For a player, no matter how high your level is, without a strong attack skill, you can't even make use of your vast spirit energy. Therefore, Swallows Fly Twice is more important. Gu Qingshan silently thought to himself, stood up only to feel an overflowing sense of power in this body, enough to even punch through the earth. This is an illusion brought from breaking through too quickly, and having this feeling shows that his foundation has become somewhat unstable. That's obvious, breaking through 2 stages in a row is rare even in the cultivator world. Gu Qingshan practiced a set of common military fistfighting skill in his room, feeling no effect, he simply took the military bow and quiver, getting ready to leave. As he passed through Zhao Lu's room, he could hear a loud snoring noise, seems like Zhao Lu finally got a good night's sleep. Gu Qingshan kept walking, soon leaving the outpost and disappeared into the night. He's going to hunt some of the stronger monsters, both to consolidate his cultivation while struggling between life and death and to farm some soul points. The jungle. A brown-gray large serpent fell from the tree, its thick body slamming on the ground and made a loud bang. The serpent is the hunter at the top of this jungle's food chain, having never failed a hunt. Even demon beasts that are stronger than it, after struggling for a while, would still fall to its venomous fangs, becoming food in its belly. When hunting, this serpent monster has never felt impatience. But today, it has met an acute hunter. Only a few minutes after the battle began, both its eyes were shot blind, its 7-inch thick body was riddled with sharp arrows. Despite using all its strength, it couldn't deal any significant damage to the enemy. The serpent monster breathed its last,
full of unwillingness. Soul points plus 5, current soul points 7/7.
Gu Qingshan came out from the shadow behind the branches, looking at the monster in front of him. He went here once when he was still Chi training stage 2, got chased by this serpent for more than 10 miles and had to use everything just to escape. This time he's at Chi training stage 5, his strength was more than doubled that of before, so he came back to kill it. Among the common monsters, serpent and snake types are relatively rare, there probably isn't even a second one in this whole forest. The snake-type monster's whole body is a treasure trove. Snake livers are an antidote for most poisons as well as being able to treat heavy wounds. Snake blood can strengthen the 5 senses. Snake meat when eaten can strengthen the body. Snake teeth are great material for daggers and arrows. This serpent monster has probably lived for over 100 years, so its material will most likely be quite exceptional. Gu Qingshan took out a dagger, stabbed into the serpent's body and starts dissecting it. 2 snake livers as big as a newborn baby rolled out, caught by Gu Qingshan. The snake's liver is crystal clear, emitting a dull milky white shimmer. This is definitely high-grade material, because of its rarity and efficacy. Even in the cultivation world these things can only be found and never asked for. 2. Gu Qingshan carefully put away one of them, picked up the other and finished eating in just 2 to 3 mouthfuls. Just a few moments later, the wounds on his body already starts to itch. Gu Qingshan was pleasantly surprised. I didn't expect it to work so quickly. Monster serpent's bile inside the liver can dissolve poison inside the body, as well as stimulating life force to close up wounds. At this speed, in just about 1 to 2 hours all his injuries will have healed. Gu Qingshan went on to remove the snake teeth. This place is too far away, furthermore right now being night, the time when demon beasts are out to hunt, wanting to bring this back to the outpost alone is like talking in your sleep. Gu Qingshan can only seize the time and choose the most useful parts to take. Both the liver and teeth are stashed away, and Gu Qingshan took out his marching water bag, dumping the water out and filling it with snake blood. He tried to take a sip and is met with a disgusting taste. Gu Qingshan gritted his teeth, swallowed and closed the lid. Can't drink too much of this stuff, Chi training stage cultivators can't handle it. After collecting all useful materials from the serpent monster, next is the real reason he came here. This serpent monster was the most difficult to tonight, giving him 5 soul points at once, plus a few that were killed before. Now it is finally the time for his harvest. Gu Qingshan took a deep breath, looking at the war god UI, consumed 6 soul points to comprehend swallows fly twice. Swallows fly twice comprehension complete, current soul points, 1 out of 7. Heat flows from the military bow into Gu Qingshan's arm, spreading over this body. A variety of techniques, power control, spirit energy operation, hand movements, grasping the wind and distance, one after another appeared in Gu Qingshan's mind. After the heat circulated twice around Gu Qingshan's body, it flowed into this thought sea and gradually dissipate. It took so much work, but finally he learnt this powerful skill. Note: 1 eyes are still there. A common saying in Chinese is the higher you stand, the higher your eyes become. It's commonly used to describe how your view changes as you mature. Here it is used to say that his ability to discern good items is still there. 2 can only be found, but not asked for, an idiom in Chinese, meaning something rare enough that you won't find it by asking around, but isn't very rare enough since you can sometimes find it randomly. Chapter 17, Shifting Flurry. Gu Qingshan opens his eyes, pulling out 2 arrows from the quiver, set them both on the arrow, slightly pulled and let go. As the 2 arrows quickly flew out, they drew a twisting curved pattern on the air, both pinning a single leaf to its tree. Curved arrows. Gu Qingshan's heart slightly jumps, the skill was just as he thought. This way, the trajectory of his attacks becomes unpredictable. Using spirit energy to guide the path. Gu Qingshan mumbled, then got ready to use swallows fly twice again. The 2 arrows shot out at different directions, each drawing a large curve, avoiding trees in their way, both hitting a fleeing rabbit around 100 meters away within the dense forest. Even Gu Qingshan, as a person who returned from more than 10 years in the future, was highly fascinated by this skill. So this is humanity's general class archery skill. Gu Qingshan paced back and forth, thought a bit to himself and raised the bow. Rapid fire. Swallows fly twice. As the bowstring kept being pulled back again and again, the arrows it shot all curved in weird ways, not hitting their targets. Gu Qingshan frowned, again fell into thought. Swallows fly twice is a very good skill, but why can't he do a rapid fire with it? Could it be that powerful skills like this have a cooldown? No, that can't be right. He experimented again and again, still not able to succeed. Swallows fly twice is a high-level archery skill, so if it's used consecutively you can't guarantee the precision anymore. No, that's also not correct. Gu Qingshan, in a frenzy-like state, kept experimenting again and again. Halfway through he even unconsciously combined solid in as well. After an hour, 2 arrows shot turned into gray shadows, almost seeming like real-life snakes, drawing a twisting curving trajectory, both hitting a leaf at the same time. The arrow's flying trajectory cannot be predicted at all. Combined with a rapid fire speed, anyone that faces Gu Qingshan's arrows will completely be overwhelmed, not knowing how or where to dodge at all. Gu Qingshan lightly nodded, lowering his bow. Sure enough, you can actually do it, the only problem being whether or not you can spend the effort to think, to practice the skills. Ping! The sudden system sound made Gu Qingshan's heart jumped. Glancing up, he saw on the War God UI, the round button representing War God skills was flashing a notice. User Gu Qingshan combined 3 archery skills into one, creating a new skill, Shifting Flurry. Shifting Flurry, primary, fire 5 consecutive arrows with unpredictable trajectory to attack enemies in a very short time period, TN, as in elementary, the very first level. This is possible. Gu Qingshan opened his mouth in surprise, staring speechlessly at the primary, next to the skill name. The word primary means that there will be a higher grade. Who would have thought he could create a growth skill just like that? As he was still surprised, a shining small line of text appeared on War God UI. Growth skills are exceptionally rare. User is advised to train it more in order to raise its level as soon as possible. That's right, a regular skill's strength is dependent only on how much spirit energy is put into it. Its output changes depending on how much spirit energy is used. But growth skills are different. A unique aspect of all growth skills is that, as a player trains his skill works more and more, its own power will also rise, all the way until heaven. These types of skills are so rare you can only pray and hope to get one. At later stages of the game, when growth skills have already reached a certain peak, some of them even started to be praised as semi-divine skills. Anyone with a growth skill becomes a person for people to look up to and envy. Gu Qingshan breaths in and solemnly raises his bow. Shifting Flurry. Pew 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 pew, 5 consecutive sounds, 5 shadows quickly flew, just like a chaotic dance of snakes and dragons. Every arrow seems to be alive, drawing different arcs across the air, dodging every obstacle, finally hitting the same branch more than 200 meters away. Gu Qingshan is completely stunned by his own skill. After a while, he suddenly remembered something and asked, "System, can I keep combining regular skills to make growth skills?" The War God UI is silent for a bit, then suddenly a line of text. Comprehending other skills is just an initial function, helping the user to constantly create more growth skills. That is the true purpose of War God skills. Gu Qingshan sighs, mumbling to himself, so I was wrong this whole time, so this is the true value of War God skills. Looking at the row of buttons at the bottom of his War God UI, only War God skills is active right now. But this one function has already given him so much to be surprised about. If one day, all of my skills are growth skills. Simply terrifying. Gu Qingshan tightly grips the military bow, suddenly gaining greater a sense of confidence. Growth skills and soul points, both of these are very unique things. Using soul points to increase his level and skills is already much more cost-effective compared to using experience points. At least in the short run, through the use of military chi training method, the amount of soul points required for every level is still trivial. Gu Qingshan can just use soul points to level up instead of being like the players in his past life, having to struggle and collect each and every bit of experience point possible. At later stages of the game, every level requires a terrifying amount of experience points, greatly slowing down how quickly a player can increase their own fighting strength. Aside from that, there's also the War God UI, letting him create growth skills by himself. Gu Qingshan suddenly had a feeling, he can definitely go much further now compared to his past life. Since his unexpected return to the past, Gu Qingshan's heart was always under a constant pressure and a sense of urgency. This is a lost age, a part of history where players didn't exist. Since his return, he could see strange things that was different from his past life everywhere. Many things that he didn't know about before are now quietly happening. Even the near-invincible chaotic species Faceless Giant already appeared. Gu Qingshan could almost feel the grip of death inching closer and closer. This type of intuition is instinctive, having saved his life in the past numerous times. For the sake of the present, he has to desperately get stronger, so that in a future not far from now, at the time that death comes, he'll be able to find that one chance of survival. Gu Qingshan sighs again, glancing at the War God UI to look at his skill column. Right now, on the skill column there are 3 skills: Solid, Rapid Fire, Shifting Flurry, Primary. Swallow's Fly twice is already gone, completely replaced by Shifting Flurry. Unlike the first 3 skills he got, Shifting Flurry requires more spirit energy to control the arrow's flight, as well as having a primary ranking. This is nothing surprising. Stronger skills naturally require more spirit energy. After this, I'll have to spend quite a bit of time to train this skill, quickly raising Shifting Flurry skill rank. Gu Qingshan quickly packed up and prepared to leave. Not far from here, demon beasts seem to have already caught the bloody smell of the serpent's corpse, their roaring getting closer. Put! Without any warning, he suddenly coughed up black blood. Gu Qingshan was shocked, but couldn't help himself and coughed up blood 2 more times. Wiping the blood off his mouth, Gu Qingshan tried smelling it. A faint foul smell. This is poison. Why was there suddenly poison in his body? And why did it get forced out? Gu Qingshan immediately became cautious, circulating spirit energy around his body to carefully examine himself. There was nothing wrong with his body. In fact, thanks to the snake liver's nutrition, you could say it's been rejuvenated. Even the spirit energy inside his dantian became more fluid, more natural. This is thanks to the rare snake demon liver. He was fortunate. It seems that he unknowingly got poisoned by the serpent demon during the fight from before. Gu Qingshan couldn't help but sigh. The serpent really wasn't as simple as he thought, being able to poison him without him knowing. If the fight had dragged on any longer, it's hard to say who would be killed first. Luckily I didn't want the fight to drag on, so I finished it off as quickly as possible. If he didn't kill it so quickly, if he didn't eat its liver right away, if the poison hadn't been revealed so quickly, who knows what would have happened. Evidently, these kinds of rare demon beasts all have 1 or 2 aces hidden. Gu Qingshan felt a little bit of fear. Chapter 18, Birthday Present, 1. A day quickly went by. When Gu Qingshan returned to reality, exactly 1 hour has passed. His phone on top of the bed was vibrating. When he picked up it, he saw 7 missed calls, all from Su Shui'er. When Gu Qingshan called her back, the call immediately connected. Su Shui'er's delicate youthful face appeared on the screen. Qingshan Ji, I have some good news to share with you. Su Shui'er excitedly spoke. Ah? What kind of good news? Gu Qingshan asked. Su Shui'er breathed in deeply and spoke every word clearly. I got picked early by Capital University. I don't need to take the entrance examinations anymore. I can immediately go and be accepted. Gu Qingshan was affected by her bright smile, also excitedly replied, Capital University is the best university in the Confederate, congratulations. Suddenly, Su Shui'er showed a slight pout. Sadly, my family already arranged everything. They told me to leave for the capital right away, so tonight I can't visit your stall for grilled meat as promised. Gu Qingshan lightly laughed. That's nothing to worry about. When you come back, I'll gladly make some for you anytime. After thinking for a bit, he continued, when you're officially 18 and can legally drink alcohol, I'll personally mix a cocktail for you. You should consider yourself lucky. A normal person wouldn't be able to taste my drink even if they want to. To Gu Qingshan, what he's saying is obvious. Due to the influence of an acquaintance from his past life, whenever he has time with nothing to do, he would make some food, mix a few cocktails, treat himself to a nice evening of relaxation. The amount of effort he spent on researching cocktail and liquor far exceeds first-rate standard. During his later years he even started to use the other world's materials to brew his own liquors that have health benefits. Many strong people wanted to be his friend or companion, not because of his status as War Supreme Commander, but purely for the addictively delicious drinks that he crafted. But when Su Shui'er heard the word alcohol, her face suddenly reddened and spoke with a low voice, Qingshan Ji, do your best on the examinations, I'll be waiting for you at the capital. Towards the end, her voice almost became too small to hear. But to Gu Qingshan, a Qi training stage 5 cultivator, he's capable of picking up even the smallest vibration in the air, not to mention such a soft and clear voice. Gu Qingshan being a returner who lived 2 lives, how could he not notice the slight romantic feelings behind those words? He was surprised, as well as a bit unexpected. We were just talking about eating and drinking, why did the conversation suddenly shift to that direction? Of course, facing the romantic feelings from Su Shui'er, his heart couldn't help but beat a bit faster. Just as Gu Qingshan wanted to ask about it, he saw Su Shui'er avoiding his gaze, doesn't even dare to look at him and just used her hands to turn the phone off. So embarrassing, I can't believe I just said that. Su Shui'er felt her mind going a bit erratic. Before, when Gu Qingshan wanted to confess to her in front of the whole school, it actually made her very sad and hurt, because she simply couldn't accept his feelings. If she was to accept Gu Qingshan's confession in front of everyone, not only will the adults in her family not accept it, but even the useless aristocrat of other clans will also secretly be out for Gu Qingshan. That isn't something Su Shui'er wanted to see. Who knows, all that was just a misunderstanding, and it was someone else acting behind the scenes. At the prom night, Gu Qingshan stayed level-headed and dealt with everything well, bringing the case to an almost perfect close. Su Shui'er was able to relax herself, thus seeing Gu Qingshan in an even better light, which resulted in her actively contacting him today. On the other side, Gu Qingshan just stared at the air absent-mindedly for a while, only until his phone vibrated from getting a notification did he finally pull himself together. A message from Su Shui'er. Qingshan Ge, do you remember your previous birthday gift? Gu Qingshan smiled a little, speaking into his phone, at the time, you gave me a whole box of stars. You spent more than a week folding paper to make it, all 10 of your fingers had blisters, hurting so bad that you couldn't even pick up a pen. When you couldn't finish the test on time because of the pain, you were so worried that you cried. He spoke with warmth in his heart, doing such a dumb thing, how could I forget? Oomph, you no good bully, next week is my birthday, so I want a birthday present. Gu Qingshan closed his eyes and thought for a while, finally replied, sure. The good memories of the past once again resurfacing, close enough to almost touch, Gu Qingshan had to admit, he wasn't ready for it. Truly, they really are a good memories, huh? Gu Qingshan mumbled to himself, but already decided. He left the lodging room, walked directly to the elevator and pressed the number 99th floor button. The elevator went straight up, all the way to Changning Steel Mech Building's highest floor. Gu Qingshan went outside, stopped in front of the large central processor on the top floor and pressed his hand on the scanner. An electronic voice rang out, identity certified, number 41157, please state your business. This is the central holobrain of Changning Steel Mech Technology Building System. Every matter big and small within this giant corporation is single-handedly managed by it. Gu Qingshan answered, requesting connection to impartial goddess. As he made his request, the electronic voice sounded again. Connecting to impartial goddess requires the most rigorous identity verification, as well as requiring verification of your personal citizen merit value of the to ensure the reputation of Changning Steel Mech Research Institute will not be damaged by your personal actions. Do you confirm you want to connect to the goddess? I confirm. As you wish, verification will begin in 1 minute. The electronic voice disappeared, but numerous mechanical arms shining cold light appeared from the floor, surrounding Gu Qingshan and began a series of identification. At the same time, the 99th floor entered a sealed state, ensuring no one can intrude in any way.
Iris identification passed. Blood identification passed. Unique biological signal match, 99.1759%. Testing clone unique characteristics, verified not a clone, DNA identification passed. Unique life vitality, records match, passed. Reading personal life records, concluded to be non-aggressive individual. Reputation records, good. Reading personal citizen merit. Gu Qingshan stood still, silently waiting for the long and complicated cross-identification to finish. Impartial Goddess is the Confederate's Central Management System AI, artificial intelligence, in charge of keeping the Confederate running, responsible for all citizenship matters, and all her actions are done strictly in accordance to the Confederate Constitution of Rights. Impartial Goddess can be called the crystallization of all Confederate top-level sciences, the greatest creation of mankind, the most glorious fruit of civilization herself. Because Impartial Goddess' calculation speed is so horrifically high, her intelligence and warring expertise far eclipsing every other country, that no country dared to bear its fangs towards the Confederate for the last 100 years. 10 minutes later. The electronic voice once again sounded, "Your personal citizen merit value is sufficient, identification passed, Changning Steel Mech Technology Company's Holobrain officially requesting connection with Impartial Goddess, no. 41157 is recommended stay where he is and does not leave. Personal citizen merit, the measure of contribution of a Confederate citizen to humanity's civilization and society as a whole. The more you've contributed to society, the higher your merit, as well as the better your privileges and treatment in society. Some state-sanctioned universities when picking students will even review their personal citizen merit. If it's not enough, even if your examination score is excellent, you will not be picked. Impartial Goddess has accepted your request." Suddenly the electronic voice changes, turning into a solemn female voice. This female voice speaks every word with a unique sway, almost sounding like a special rhythm. "Confederate citizen Gu Qingshan, I am Impartial Goddess, please state your request. Please be noted, all manners of time waste will reduce my current evaluation of you." Chapter 19, Birthday Present, 2. Gu Qingshan, seeing that Impartial Goddess have connected to the central holobrain, lightly bowed and spoke, "I request Impartial Goddess to provide the materials as well as technical support to assist me in creating a mech armor." Verified that citizen Gu Qingshan possess relative mech design capabilities. Verified that citizen Gu Qingshan possess sufficient merit. Request formed. Impartial Goddess spoke, "A reminder to citizen Gu Qingshan, Changning Steel Mech Technology Company's Central Holobrain AI possess enough capabilities to support 159,257% of the current world's mech research and development. Knowing that, do you still want to exchange merit to request my assistance?" Gu Qingshan answered, "Yes." Impartial Goddess continued, "Initiating my personal assistance for mech armor design and creation requires 2,000 merits, calculating citizen Gu Qingshan's total personal merit. For Confederate citizens, each and every merit is extremely valuable, because Impartial Goddess will use that as a basis to determine a normal person's career advancement, privileges, and treatment." Gu Qingshan had desperately spent all that time gathering merit, aside from wanting to increase his chance to enter a good university, was because he wanted to spend that merit during his university years and exchange a set of mobile mech. Regular citizens basically will never have the chance to even touch a mobile mech in their entire life, and nobles won't be so generous as to just hand them out, unless you sign a contract that basically sell yourself to them. Only here, at Impartial Goddess, can you use your valuable merits to exchange for a mobile mech. Of course, aside from requiring a clean background, you also need to pass a series of other prerequisites. Not long after, a light screen appeared in front of Gu Qingshan. From Gu Qingshan's birth until now, all the merit he has accumulated are listed here.
For submitting the overload limit test model for micro power cores, merit plus 30. For giving Gourmet Society usage of Gu Qing Shan beef ribs barbecue spice mix recipe, merit plus 2. Published paper, Mech Simulation of Human Behavior Theory, merit plus 10. For spontaneously participated in the fire disaster relief in the Eastern District of Changning County, merit plus 9. On behalf of Changning County, participated in the Confederate Interstellar Type Warship Campaign Command Competition and won, merit plus 5. Attempted to save a woman from a river suicide, due to poor physical fitness, rescue failed, but the spirit is commendable, merit plus 0. 5. The first to propose the mechatronic virtual human behavior theory, promoting the progress of mech scientific research, merit plus 80. Citizen Gu Qing Shan, your total personal merit is 2002.41. Do you confirm to spend 2000 and initiate my assistance in mech armor creation? Yes, said Gu Qing Shan without hesitation. This time, he basically spent all his merit. Exchange confirmed, preparation begin. Impartial Goddess pauses for a second, then spoke again. The SW Divine Temple Interstellar Fortress will arrive at Changning County airspace in 1 hour and 25 minutes. Please be prepared to board the fortress. As Impartial Goddess finished speaking, a 3-meter-tall mechsuit was released from the wall and started walking forward. When it arrived next to Gu Qing Shan, the mechanical cables connected to it all detached and retracted. The mechsuit's cockpit slowly opened. Gu Qing Shan looked at it for a bit, then said, I have an additional request. Please speak. Please keep what I do this time a secret. In accordance to the Confederate Constitution of Rights, all citizens engaging in creation-centric scientific research should be given the right of privacy, to ensure their own safety and intellectual properties are not at risk. Request accepted. From this moment forward, Impartial Goddess will keep your secret. Gu Qing Shan continued, aside from yourself, please ensure no one else is able to see the fruits of my research, and I want to be left alone for a bit. According to the Confederate Constitution of Rights, the culmination of your research shall be kept secret, but Impartial Goddess have the right to request and use Confederate citizens' research results. Citizen Gu Qing Shan, do you accept? I accept. Everything is properly prepared, Gu Qing Shan smiled. The technological level of this era is much more behind compared to 10 years later, but with Impartial Goddess assistance, my ideas can probably be done more or less. This will be Su Shui'er's birthday present, as well as the greatest good will I have towards this world on the verge of the apocalypse. Time flies quickly. Gu Qing Shan stepped onto the mechsuit, controlled it to softly jump upward, and started flying straight up as the hatch above opens. In the sky, a mid-sized warship was waiting for him. The warship didn't have any personnel, controlled by Impartial Goddess herself. As Gu Qing Shan boarded the warship, it quickly rose up to space. An hour later, among the dark and silent void of space was an eye-catchingly bright giant interstellar fortress. Gu Qing Shan was standing alone in a sealed area. This place is as large as 4 football stadiums. The only thing on the empty field was a floating virtual reality projection device in front of Gu Qing Shan. Begin mech creation, he said. Impartial Goddess's voice rang from all directions. Mech creation preparations ready. Please explain your creation intention. Suddenly, Su Shui'er's beautiful face appeared Gu Qing Shan's mind, making him silent for a bit, then said, I hope this mobile mech, even in the face of absolute despair, will be able to bring its pilot a hope of survival. Impartial Goddess replied, intention too abstract, please use mechanical construction terminology. Gu Qing Shan was speechless for a bit, then said, initiate life structure algorithm. Impartial Goddess immediately replied, unable to initiate. Life structure algorithm is only a theoretical possibility based on current frontier mech science. The algorithm in total have 2 rules unpassed, 7 formulas unestablished, 29 technical problems unsolved. Gu Qing Shan scratched his head. It's been so long that he doesn't know exactly which technical problems and theories are not yet solved. Gu Qing Shan said, please list them one by one. As he said that, a number of light screens appeared in front of him, each of them containing a different problem.
Gu Qingshan went to the first of them.
Ah, so it's the issue of standard metrics for multiple neuron transmission. I remember this problem being solved only just before the apocalypse came.
Well then, let's start.
Rolling up his sleeves, he starts the calculation on the light screen.
This problem is very difficult. Gu Qingshan had to use half an hour to deal with it.
Please check the equation Gu Qingshan requested.
Initiating check, Impartial Goddess replied.
The light screen slowly sank into the ground, no longer seen.
10 seconds later, Impartial Goddess sound is heard again. Equation correct, standard metrics established.
Good, after establishing the standard metrics, all the other ones are much easier to solve. Gu Qingshan nodded satisfyingly, moving on to the next light screen. He very seriously checked all the problems on every light screen, then said, this problem, please help bring up the model, I'll enter the corresponding formula. For a while after, Gu Qingshan kept solving the technical problems one by one, gradually completing the life structure algorithm. Deep inside the fortress, on a large screen, Gu Qingshan's equations, rules and form structures are being tested time and time again. When Gu Qingshan's research reached the halfway point, a notification popped up on the large screen. Target verified to fit the conditions for the 5th article of Confederate Constitution of Rights, initiating corresponding plan, begin requesting authorization.
Contacting Army General, Marshal St. Zheng Zhongyan. Contacting Navy Admiral, C. King Li Don Yuan. Contacting Interstellar Supreme Commander, Song Tianwu. 3 invisible lights emitted from the SW Divine Temple Interstellar Fortress, traveling to different locations.
General, highest priority contact requested.
Whom? The President?
No, from Impartial Goddess.
Confederate Presidential Office, an immense ruckus was welling up.
3 military men in full uniform are quickly walking towards the President's office at the same time.
Admiral Li, why are you here? General Zhang, welcome. Commander Song.
On their way, many people greeted them, all carrying a face of fear and respect.
The commanders of all 3 major military branches gathered here at once. Did a big incident happen? Could it be Fuxi Republic have declared war and invaded them? Everyone couldn't help but become uneasy.
The 3 generals didn't stop their feet and kept walking straight, unlike every day, where they would stop to at least greet the officials that they have connections with. The President's office was already opened, all the generals entered at the same time, saluting. Mr. President, Impartial Goddess is requesting you to immediately be connected, General Li said. The middle-aged man with gray streaks of hair turned around, his eyes questioning his secretaries. One of the secretaries, the head of them all, said, Sir, it's an emergency connection, but not because of war. The elder man's face relaxes slightly when hearing that and commanded, Generals, please connect the line. One of the generals stopped his salute, opened the heavy suitcase he brought along and put the simplified interspace communication device in front of the President. The interspace communication device lit up. Impartial Goddess' sullen voice could be heard. A conversation of top secret level is about to begin. Please dismiss all non-related personnel, otherwise in accordance with the Confederate Secrecy Agreement, terminating all personnel without sufficient access level. Everyone who heard that turned pale. Terminating means killing. What exactly happened that even Impartial Goddess would ignore the life of citizen just to keep a secret? Everybody quickly left the room. The only people left in the President's office are the 3 generals and the President. At this time, Impartial Goddess' voice once again sounded. Preparing to engage all highest security protocols for the SW Divine Temple Interstellar Fortress, requesting Sir President and 3 generals to authorize. Why do you want to engage highest security protocols? Asked the President. Impartial Goddess respond, according to the 5th article of the Confederate Constitution of Rights, every project in progress that have significance on the fate of humanity, or pushes the advancement of humanity's civilization, is to receive the highest level of protection available. The President's face became serious, asking, what is happening on the SW Divine Temple? Impartial Goddess replied, for the sake of secrecy,
I'm unable to reveal at the moment. The faces of the three general changed. The only people here already have the highest access level in the Confederate, yet Impartial Goddess still refused to tell them about it. Impartial Goddess is very rarely this careful when dealing with matters. What the heck is going on? Although actions that push the advancement of humanity's civilization is supposed to be a good thing, from their past experience, things aren't quite as simple as that. The president thought for a bit, speaking, I remember the last time that highest security protocols were engaged was 30 years ago. That's right, General Song replied, that time was regarding the advancement of interstellar warp jump technology. The results of the first time our fleet experimented with space warp was that they met space monsters. 30 years ago, the first group of Confederate Interstellar Series warships that tried interstellar warp jump succeeded passing through the wormhole, arriving at a galaxy 500 million light-years away, and witnessed a horrifying scene. A large soft-bodied looking monster was latched onto a planet, sucking something from it. This horrifying truth, together with interstellar warp jump technology, was both listed as top-secret information. The top brass of humanity looks at each other, their faces serious as can be. Any breakthrough in humanity's civilization will always come with danger of the unknown. For the goddess to act like that, it's not surprising. The president sighed, if even Impartial Goddess has already fully prepared for this, then we had better authorize her. Impartial Goddess hearing that, SW. Divine Temple Interstellar Fortress, SSS grade security protocols completed, seeking authorization from Sir President. The President, I authorize. Seeking authorization from Interstellar Supreme Commander. General Song, I authorize. Seeking authorization from Navy Supreme Commander. General Lee, I authorize. Seeking authorization from Army Supreme Commander. General Zhang, I authorize. Authorization received, begin enacting SSS grade protocols. On the interspace communicator, a grand sea of stars appeared in front of them. SW Xiongwu Interstellar Fortress returning in full speed, using SW Divine Temple as base, in charge of patrol. SW Shining Interstellar Fortress rising from the seafloor, using SW Divine Temple as base, in charge of alerting danger. Deploying Confederate Interstellar Fleet numbered 1, 7, 16, serving as escort during the process. Interstellar Mech Armored Special Forces prepare for sortie, preparing weapons check, prepare for ignition, 1 minute until deployment to surrounding airspace. To prevent unnecessary trouble, requesting Marshal St. Zheng Zongyang to personally guard the border. As Impartial Goddess said that, everyone here all looked at General Zhang. General Zhang wryly laughs, you really can't escape work even with a tired old body, huh? The president consoled him, please do your best, after all, you're the only Marshal Saint in the whole Confederate. General Zhang sighs, opens the office door and walked about. A minute later, he jumps into the air, creating a loud bang as he breaks the sound barrier, turning into a streak of lightning flying towards the sky. To prevent disturbance and prying from many countries, requesting Sea King Li Dongyuan to guard the sea border. General Li shakes his head and said, the goddess doesn't give orders to everyone at once, old Zhang probably thinks only he has to work hard. The president, please, I'll tell him. General Li took out a few small bottles, looking at them. Closest to this place is probably the Yellow Sea. Opening the bottle labeled Yellow Sea, he poured out the seawater from inside. The seawater floats in the air, very quickly concentrates into a single sphere of water. General Li hovers his hand above the sphere and said, I'll be going now. A second later, his whole body disappears together with the sphere. Inside the president's office there's only the interstellar commander and the president left. Impartial Goddess' voice once again sounded, requesting General Song to stay at the presidential office, ensuring all matters are ran as normal. General Song breaths out in relief, good, luckily I don't have to be on the road this time. In space. SW Divine Temple Interstellar Fortress. Gu Qingshan doesn't know anything about the ruckus that he had caused. After 7 long hours of struggle, he finally resolved all the issues in the algorithm.
Gu Qingshan breaths out and said, begin creating mech fighter armor, using the life structure algorithm as base. Accepted, algorithm prepared, materials prepared, please construct mech model. The model Gu Qingshan thought for a while, then decided to connect to his phone, sending a message from it. Mech armors, what kind of appearance do you like? The message sent, no replies for a while. Gu Qingshan shrugs and said, we'll wait for a bit. Impartial goddess remains silent. At that moment, on the planet, Confederate capital city, at an idol concert. Xie Xuan Yan. Xie Xuan Yan. Xie Xuan Yan. The crowd shouted excitedly. That girl who's the dream of hundreds of thousands of people, microphone in hand, just about to respond to the excitement of her fans below. Suddenly a number of large mech fighter armors, as well as over 20 squads of special force agents surrounded the crowd of people. The girl was speechless in front of the spectacle before her. In the sky, an interstellar warship that covered the sky hovered above the outdoor concert venue. Silent, everybody remains silent. The concert is temporarily on hold. We will now begin filtering for hidden criminal personnels. Everybody is to remain silent, otherwise you will be immediately arrested and subjected to impartial goddess step-by-step investigation. The special force agents starts to check each and every person in the crowd. At first the people were a bit annoyed, a few were even angry enough to shout curses. But as soon as they heard impartial goddess, everyone knew this wasn't a joke, and within a single minute, everyone has already calmed down and became silent. Su Shui'er, who was sitting on her VIP seat, could now finally hear her phone ringing. Before she could notice, the name on the phone had changed from impartial goddess back to Gu Qingshan. Su Shui'er looked at her phone, happily smiled after reading the message. Qingshan GE wants to personally craft a mech model for me? In space. Gu Qingshan immediately received the message. He also smiled. That's correct, I'm personally making it for you, except it's not just a model. Gu Qingshan replied, answer me first, what appearance do you want your mech to have? Su Shui'er serious thought for a bit, then replied, I like the blazing angel. Gu Qingshan a bit surprised, angel? Why do you like them? Because the blazing angel represent love and dreams, dummy. At the end of the message there was even a icon. Fine, I get it. I'll get back to making your present now, see you later. How good are your handiwork skills? If the model doesn't look good I'll be sure to tease you about it, okay? See you later. Su Shui'er's words are sharp, but her heart felt sweet. Gu Qingshan cared enough to make her birthday present himself, no matter if it looks good or not. In the end, Su Shui'er would still be happy. Chapter 20, A Clue. Gu Qingshan put down the communicator and begun to craft the preliminary model for the blazing angel mech. Below the stars, a mysterious command was issued. Mission complete, all agents retreat. The giant interstellar warship flew away from the concert venue's sky. The mech squadrons also started retreating, even special force agents that were in the middle of cross-examining the crowd quickly dispersed. Su Shui'er put down her phone, just in time to see this strange scene, not understanding what happened. Didn't they say they needed to investigate something? Why did they all suddenly retreat? The Confederate must be mad or something. In the concert venue, many other people also didn't understand what had just happened. Only the girl standing on stage was slightly looking up at the sky, or perhaps more correctly, looking past it, at the stars. 4 hours later. Gu Qingshan silently returned to Chongning Steel Mech Technology Research Company. Returning to his room at the 55th underground floor, he laid down to rest. This type of continuous heavy workload, even a Qi training stage 5 cultivator like himself would feel tired. The Blazing Angel mobile mech armor is already done, he's leaving it to Impartial Goddess for the series of quality tests. Afterwards it'll be delivered directly to Su Shui'er. Due to the technological sensitivity used in building it, the mech is only available for Su Shui'er herself to use. Impartial Goddess also requested his permission for the next step in examining the mech's capabilities, as well as to prevent the technology to spread. Goddess herself will dispatch the secret forces to protect both the mech and Su Shui'er. That way, Su Shui'er's safety becomes guaranteed. Such a pleasant surprise, Gu Qingshan gladly accepted. Besides from that, the technical skills that he contributed will be compiled and recategorized by Impartial Goddess to make it a top-secret level scientific research results report. Done with the birthday present, Gu Qingshan stretched his back, crossed his leg on the bed and started meditating. Circulating spirit energy around inside provides immense benefits, which include slowly nurturing the body. Gu Qingshan gradually sunk into deep meditation. At this time, the whole world was in an uproar. Numerous countries all contacted the Confederate, asking for reason for the mass military sortie that happened. The president had to do his best to cover things up, taking a lot of effort just to get them to half believe him.
Changning Country, the casino.
The sunglasses man and the beautiful woman are standing in a secret room, both of them looking at the messages on their communication devices.
The sunglasses man breathed out, "Scared me to death, I almost thought the Confederated wanted to declare war or something." The woman was still looking intently at the screen, speaking, "Do you believe the Confederate president's words?"
The sunglasses man replied curtly, "A politician's mouth is always full of lies, something about a large-scale military drill to commemorate the 300th anniversary of the Confederates' founding. Like hell I'll believe that." The woman replied, "There's still 21 days until their 300th anniversary, so that reason really is a little bit hard to believe." Then she asked back, "But what could have happened that would require the sortie of 2 interstellar fortresses, 3 interstellar warship squadrons, as well as the whole of the interstellar mech fighter legion?" The sunglasses man added, "Marshal St. Zheng Zongyang, See King Li Dong Yuan were also dispatched. Both of them were respectively stationed at the border and the sea border for 5 hours, only retreating just now." Both of them looked at each other, feeling this to be something big.
Just what the hell happened in the Confederate?
At this moment, the communicator suddenly lit up. From it a hoarse voice can be heard coughing. Both of their faces tensed up, stood up straight and bowed at the same time. "Your Majesty." The hoarse voice coughed for a while, before slowly speaking, both of you have been working hard outside, especially you, my dear princess." The woman spoke with a low voice, "Father, it is my duty." The hoarse voice smiled a bit, then spoke, "Both of you go investigate exactly what drove the Confederates so mad that they would gather that much military strength, only to disperse them all in just a few hours."
"Yes.
That's right, my daughter, Anna, I give you temporary full control of the operation. You'll take full responsibility for whatever happens afterwards."
Full control, a right only given to general rank officers.
Anna opened her eyes wide, tried her best to make her trembling voice appear calm. "Thank you, father." The hoarse voice spoke, "Take care of your body, and remember to stay safe." The communicator shuts down. "Your Highness Anna, congratulations," the sunglasses man wholeheartedly said. The woman called Anna looked at the communicator, still in shock, feeling all emotions from sweet to bitter rushing all at once. She had left the palace because she didn't want to be used as sacrifice for political influence, instead using her talents and effort for the best interests of the empire. His Majesty the King also didn't want to force his own daughter, only saying that if she can't handle the struggle outside, then she must return to the palace for the political marriage with the Holy Church. The king had also let her find her way up the ranks from the bottom without any special treatment. And that meant immense risk. Even if Princess Anna was a stronger person than most, she still faced the threat of death many times over. Luckily, she finally made it to the top, furthermore gaining the acknowledgement of His Majesty. Quickly pushing her own feelings down, Anna became calm and spoke, "Let's start working then."
"Yes."
After a night of toil, both of them still couldn't find any clues. Impartial Goddess algorithm is already almost perfect, so they had no chance if they wanted to find out the truth from the military sortie. After all, even the 3 main force generals and the president knew nothing of what happened. Anna tiredly massaged her forehead, yet not taking her eyes off the holographic screen.
Your Highness, coffee. To keep my spirits up, please give me a brandy instead. Can't you drink a little less alcohol? Nope. Anna answered with a smile, taking the bottle of brandy and got back to work. Under her feet, about 7 to 8 empty bottles are already neatly lined up. Suddenly, she thought of something, turned back and looked at the images on the projection screen. What? The sunglasses man asked. What are you looking at? She asked. Confederate surveillance camera footage from all counties, the sunglasses man replied. Anna blinked and asked, what about our member recruitment mission? How many drones did we send out? The sunglasses man slaps his head and replied, 691 drones in total. Shit, I forgot that aside from tailing the target, the drones can also record real-time information of the area as well. The two of them quickly downloaded the footage and watched them one by one. Time slowly passes. Anna suddenly called the sunglasses man, pointing at the screen, look at this. The sunglasses man looked at Anna's screen, seeing on it a mobile mech suit, flying from the top of Changning Steel Mech Technology Company's highest floor. The sunglasses man quickly operated his holobrain, both hands quickly typing on the keyboard. Open the satellite images from space. Intercept the image transmission from space satellites takes a bit more time, so they silently waited. A bit later, the images are shown. They saw the scene of over 10,000 meters in the sky, a mid-sized interstellar warship received the mobile mech, then flew straight up to space. At that time, the SW. Divine Temple Interstellar Fortress also happened to be straight above from Changning's airspace. You're right, it's possible that this interstellar warship was used to carry someone onto the interstellar fortress. The sunglasses man mumbled to himself, then the problem now is, who was on that mobile mech suit? Princess Anna suddenly asked, where was Gu Qing-shan at the time? The sunglasses man's hands quickly typed again, I'll check. A line of text quickly appeared on the holobrain. Biological readings showed upwards movement. At the height of 19,217 meters, the radar could no longer track the signal. Both of them looked at each other and remained speechless for a bit. After a while, Princess Anna slowly ordered, announce the news, the day after tomorrow at 9 a.m., SA. Orlank Empire's head princess will make an official visit to the Freedom Federation, her first destination being Changning County. The sunglasses man hesitated for a bit and said, your double is still at the farthest reach of the Empire doing her charity work, not counting information travel time. 2 days simply isn't enough to make it cross 3 countries to get here. Princess Anna continued, then add another sentence, this time the princess will try using a superspeed flight shuttle. The sunglasses man asked, don't you think that's a bit too rushed? Anna stared at the surveillance report on the screen, quietly muttered, no, I'm more afraid that we might be too slow. Chapter 21, Being Fired. Morning. Gu Qing-shan changed into his work clothes, had breakfast at the worker cafeteria, then quickly went to his research room. Spending about 5 minutes, he finished the project he was working on, then started to drift in thought again. In a year's time, what realm of cultivation can he actually reach? Using the power of a single person, wanting to change the future is almost impossible. Is his fate resigned to just watch as the apocalypse come, unable to do anything again? Su Shui'er's smiling face appeared in his mind. As he was thinking, an electronic voice suddenly rang. Hello, number 41157, CEO Su is requesting you to go and wait at the company's main lobby. Gu Qing-shan was a bit surprised, stood up and walked out. Employees that are conducting research usually would not be bothered, except when summoned by the top brass of the company. But this isn't right. Impartial goddess herself promised to keep yesterday's matter a secret, so she definitely wouldn't tell anyone about it. Then what does the Su family want with me? Gu Qing-shan got on the elevator and rode up to the company's main lobby. 2 men in black suits walked up as they saw him. Gu Qing-shan, one of them asked. That's me. Please follow me, Madam is inviting you to a party. To be called Madam by them, it can only be Su family current generation's mainline lady, in order words, Su Shui'er's mother.
Gu Qingshan was a bit shaken, but answered, sure. The two of them went with Gu Qingshan out of Changning Steel Mech Technology Company, got onto a shuttle and went straight to the Su family's estate. About 20 minutes later, the shuttle landed on a luscious grassy area beside a lake. Gu Qingshan exited the shuttle, seeing a wonderful natural lake scenery in front of him. At the center of the lake is a small island, probably where the Su family is. Please get on the small boat and ride to the lake center. After the guide said that, they went back to work. Gu Qingshan said his thanks, quickly walking towards the lake shore. He didn't have anything to complain about. The rules of this place he can probably guess more or less. Shuttles and other transportation of the same type are forbidden to fly over the lake. Part of it due to safety reasons, the other part is showing respect to the Su family. A small boat was waiting for him on the lake shore. On it, another young man was standing. You must be Gu Qingshan, the other young man smiled and greeted him. I am, and pardon me for asking, but who are you? Gu Qingshan said. My surname is Bai Hongwu, from Baisha County. The young man showed a face full of pride. Baisha County, that place lord's surname is also Bai. This young man, to be able to stand here, as well as having a chance to go to the Su family estate, he could very well be from one of the 9 great nobles' families, Bai family. Nice to meet you, said Gu Qingshan, as he got ready to board the boat. Bai Hongwu suddenly stopped him. Wait a minute. Gu Qingshan stopped his feet and looked at him. Bai Hongwu raised his head high, speaking, the Su family tea party, a lowborn like you is better off not joining it, otherwise you'd cause discomfort for all the aristocrat there. Gu Qingshan calmly answered, it was the Su family madam that invited me. Bai Hongwu sarcastically smiled and said, go back, I'll tell Madam Su that you got sick and couldn't make it. Gu Qingshan, and if I don't? Bai Hongwu calmly, I come from Bai family of Baisha County. The head of Bai family is my father. I only need to say that much for you to know what would come to you if you don't obey me. Gu Qingshan, please get out of the way. Bai Hongwu calmly looked at him, like looking at a retarded person. He shakes his head, this is the Su family estate. I don't want to do anything that'll be rude, but I can guarantee, you'll regret this for the rest of your life.